Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to 24/7 Miami.tv's coverage of the Miami Vice City Rollers taking on the Molly Roger Rollergirls. We've got you a wonderful night of roller derby action going to be happening right here at the Suniland hockey rink. Now, if you're logging on and you're just trying to see what to do for the evening, there's plenty of time to get down here for the main bout. Starts at 8 o'clock. All you got to do, US 1 to Southwest 152nd Street. We're right there, Palmetto Golf Course. It's all happening right there. To my left and joining me is the host of Rink Rash Radio. We've got one Wilma Shakespeare.
What up?
How you doing?
I'm feeling great. I'm so pumped for this game. It's the first bout of 2015. It's kicking off, and we're just ready to just kick some ass.
Now, this is like your first or second bout as a veteran skater?
This would be my official first bout as a veteran skater.
I
finished my rookie season, and this is ready to roll. I'm prepared. I'm trained. I pretty much know what's going on most of the time, and I'm just ready to just lay it out. Okay,
and then to my extreme left, we've got Thomas Cole. How you doing, Thomas?
Good evening. How are you?
Now, Thomas is going to be doing the bout coverage for the women's bout at 8 o'clock, and I'm going to be providing color commentary and kind of, learning the craft from a master such as yourself, Mr. Thomas Cole.
Thank you very much. I've been enjoying this sport for over 6 years.
Wow. Okay, far out. Well, it's great to have you on the show. It's great to have you on 24/7 Miami.tv and here in South Florida. Where are you from originally?
The South.
As am I. That's all need to be said.
There we go.
All right, but first up, before the women's bout, we've got the juniors, okay? So let me pull out the roster here, tell you what's going down. Now, the juniors, which are Miami's Little Misdemeanors, have welcomed the Jacksonville Roller Rebels to town. And this is co-ed.
This is absolutely co-ed. We're Miami's Little Misdemeanors to both young girls and young boys, 7 to 17 years old.
Okay, and now how long have the juniors been going here?
The juniors have been playing for, I think, about 5 years. They were actually the original roller derby league in Miami before the women's league got started.
That's right, because everybody was playing in Fort Lauderdale.
Everybody was playing in Fort Lauderdale. The juniors started first, and they've been going on strong since.
Okay, fantastic. Now, as far as the Jacksonville Roller Rebels, have the Misdemeanors played them before?
I believe they have not played them before.
Okay, so this is the first time these two young teams are meeting.
Yeah, this is actually their first, the Miami's Little Misdemeanors' first official, bout. They've scrimmaged before, which is an unofficial game. This is their first official game.
It took 5 years to get here.
Yeah, it's been a long journey for them.
It's Miami. We do things a little slower down here. We have a lot of banana daiquiris in our spare time. All right, so let's break it down like a fraction. The visiting team, Jacksonville Roller Rebels. We've got number 0, Smoke and S'more. Number 101, Punk Rock Princess. That's rock with a W. Number 111, Lil Vegas. Number 16, The Freakin' I Reekin'. Okay, why not? Number 27, Battle Axe Brook. Number 303, Taylor Motto. Nice, clever. Number 308, Scrappy Alley Cat. Number 56, Bam Bam. Number 62, Miss Purdy Kitty. Number 7 is, this is going to be Maddie Cakes. You got it. You got it in one. All right, number 77 is Mad Dog Murphy. Number 804, Mr. Twinkle Toes. And 818 is Torbellisi. Their head coach is Jim Glisson, and their bench coach is Schizophrenia.
Oh, that's clever.
Clever stuff. Now, on the Miami side, starting at the top of the roster, number 103, we've got Thrilla Godzilla. Now, she just happens to be the daughter of the bench coach, Killa V, who will be skating in the women's bout tonight. That's right. Number 120 is Evil Apple.
Ooh.
121 is Grimblock, and I believe this is his first bout tonight. His mom,
it's his first bout, yeah. His mom plays Denise. She plays.
That's right, Alita 1.
Alita 1.
And she is one of the alternates for tonight.
Yes.
Okay, number 123, we've got Purple Warrior. Okay. Number 150, Poison Apple.
All right, give it up.
So we've got Evil Apple and Poison Apple. All right, so apple's not good tonight. A lot of bad apples. It's a good thing that we're right here in South Florida, which is the citrus capital. All right, number 42 is Alpacalypse. Great story about how she got her name from an internet video. It's not a drama llama. It's an Alpacalypse. All right, number 2 QT is Ferga Vicious.
Nice.
206 Road Rage. 41 Sonic Boom.
That's cool.
All right, AK-47 is A Assassin. This is the young lady who started the charity Hygiene for the Hopeful. They're collecting small sample size and travel size shampoos, soaps, that kind of thing. And then she distributes those to homeless shelters and people in need all throughout South Florida. She just became an official 501c3 charity. A 13-year-old girl started this.
Yeah, her mom's actually here at the booth. Assassin, she actually plays for Dub City Derby Girls.
It's a tight-knit community. Indeed it is. All right, number 0.5, Slamwich, who's been tearing it up at practices here lately. We've got 5-3 QT, Showtime, 80 in 3, Break Some Bones, and number 868, Distracted. This is the junior on the Miami side you want to keep your eye on, because when she puts that star on her head, something happens to this girl. Something clicks. And she hits it harder than I've ever seen her hit it. She'll just kind of, play the outskirts when she's on pivot or blocking or something like that. But you put that star panty on her head,
and something just goes.
And she's on it. She's about it. I've seen her tearing down, like go through, plow through.
Well, there's a difference between being a blocker and a jammer, right? When you're a blocker, you have so much awareness. Okay, where's the jammer? Where's the other jammer? Where are the other blockers? I mean, you've got so much going on, and your goal is to hold and to hit. Whereas a jammer, you're just thinking go,
get in front as fast as
just
you
keep
can.
going, break through, go. So it's a very different mindset.
Okay, we forgot one here that from Miami's Little Misdemeanors. We got number 381 is Courtney Crisis. Courtney Crisis is joining the team tonight. Going to be skating, and a lot of folks think that really you're letting kids play this game.
Why not?
Exactly. I mean, how many kids? I can't tell you how many parks that I drive by and I see kids playing football and they're wearing pads and hitting each other and running into nobody bats an eye.
Well, not only that, but especially for young women, I mean, to be able to put on something and create an alter ego and be able to just be yourself and go and just kick some ass, like how empowering and how much stronger and more confident they're going to be. And I talk to my friends all the time, and a couple of them are little girls, and they always tell me when I talk to them about derby, they're like, I need to get my little girl involved in that. To build them up and to take them to the next level. I mean, you got your little girl, Gracie.
I do.
Why'd you choose to get Gracie on?
Well, the story goes like this. I host the George West Show that you can hear right here on 247miami.tv every Saturday night at 8 o'clock. And then you want to stay tuned because right after my show is Rink Rash Radio at 9.
Rink Rash Radio.
So about 6 months ago, I was doing a show on the modern faiths of feminism. And my producer, Louis Chacon, who owns the website, said, you should bring in the roller derby girls, the Vice City Rollers. I said, great, roller derby, that's awesome. And you guys came in.
Yep.
I heard your rap. And I was really impressed.
We dazed you.
Yeah, I was really impressed with the whole
hypnosis,
alpha femaleness of it all. I so impressed, in fact, that I came to the open house, signed my oldest daughter up, and then the next thing I know, as you guys are, you've been described as cool Jehovah's Witnesses because you pastor people.
No, that was clever.
Once you show up to a bout, that's it. It's hey, do you want to join the team? How can you help out? Can you sell tickets? Can you So then you guys came and asked, well, can you help out a little bit? And it just so happens that
just so happens that you're awesome.
Oh, stop it! I brought a little something to the table, but I'm happy to do it. I'm happy to do it. I love the tribe. I love the whole tribeness.
What I'm impressed with is this little girl, 6 years old, comes in with this bubbly enthusiasm, and barely knows how to skate, knows what she's doing, and now she's kicking butt. She's like skating away.
I know, and it absolutely is carried over into her home life and her school life. At home, roller derby is the yardstick now. If she doesn't clean a room or she's giving me a hard time about going to bed,
use it as leverage now.
It's the yardstick. When I was a kid, it was a wooden spoon
Clever boy.
or a flip flop. I believe you call them chancletas down here.
Chancleta.
Right. I was disciplined with those sorts of things. So it's a new age. It's a modern age. I can't discipline my child as I was disciplined. But I do have a yardstick, and that yardstick is roller derby.
Roller derby.
Sometimes it's a carrot, sometimes it's a stick. It's both.
That's awesome, though. I mean, she wants to be here, and when she's here, like, she brings just so much to the table. Like, everybody gets so excited when she's around.
It's great for kids. I was noticing the youngest girl from the Walker division, which is Eliza.
Yes.
She and Grace are
the Walker division. We have to call them that because all of a sudden, right after the radio show, Apocalypse was on, and then she went and talked to her entire family and got everybody else to join.
She comes from a family of 5 kids, and I believe now 3 of them are skating on the team.
Yes, so a total of 4 out of 5 are skating.
4 out of 5 kids. 4 out of 5 children in the Walker family recommend roller derby. How can you argue with that? If you're just joining us, you are listening to live pre-bout coverage of the Miami Vice City Rollers taking on the Roger Rollergirls right here at the Suniland Hockey Rink in sunny South Florida. It's beautiful weather out tonight. We're looking at temperatures in the mid to high 70s, partly cloudy skies. A wonderful night for roller derby. You couldn't ask for better.
It's beautiful out here. Look at this sky.
Everywhere else in the country, people are freezing their butts off. There's
Not
no way.
us.
We were out here in shorts and t-shirts. Make it a little chilly later. Make it down to the low 70s.
Well, I'll be sweating, so
That's true. You will, because you're going to be out on the track. You're only with me for the first hour.
I'm only with you for the first hour, and I'm gonna go kick some ass.
All right. Well, I think we got our first interview lined up here. If we can just get
I'm
Anger.
so excited.
Anger to come over, and Thomas, if you could just hover your mic, just talk to Anger. Thomas will be coming back into the last segment of the pre-bout show, and then he's going to be taking over and giving you the play-by-play, the blow-by-blow for what's going on here tonight as your Miami's Vice City Rollers take on the Roger Rollergirls. My producer's telling me it's 71 degrees currently, so it's already in the low 70s, but it feels nice. It feels nice.
Blue skies. You got the sunset falling right now. You got the reds and oranges kind of coming around
Another
the back.
gorgeous South Florida evening.
People are starting to warm up. The juniors are getting ready to play their first bout. They're lining up right now. You got the red team and the red jerseys, the Jacksonville Roller Rebels, and we got the Miami's Little Misdemeanors. They're lining up talking to their coaches.
They're in the
it's
black
exciting.
and pink. So if you're watching the web feed, you're probably seeing them behind us. That's what you're going to see behind us is the what we got from not skating tonight is Anger, and she's one of the veteran skaters. Like, no, wait a minute, looking at me like I'm crazy.
You are crazy.
I have you on my roster.
We need Anger.
But I don't see you like in pads. You don't have your Anger face on. You look happy to be here tonight.
I am, because I'm playing.
Awesome. Okay, so that's what it is. You're going to be strapping those pads on and getting into it tonight. Any big predictions for tonight's bout? Have you ever played the Molly Rogers before?
Yeah. We played them before.
Okay. And
I don't remember, because I don't remember who I play usually, but
okay.
I know we played them before.
It's all a blur when you play roller derby.
It really is.
Shit just happens.
Okay. All right.
And you get a couple of good hits, and and then you drink beer after. That's what happens.
All
I
right.
recognize some of them now because I keep running into them, and I'm like,
Well, there goes
familiar.
half my questions right there, talking to you about the past bouts with the Molly Rogers. And
Well, they were actually my first bout last year as a rookie, and I remember there was one part of the game where I actually did something, and I held somebody back, and I held the jammer back for like a second, and I'm like, holy shit, I did something! Like I didn't expect that at all, and now I'm really excited to play them again and like see what I can do now.
Okay.
You're gonna kick their butt, is what you're gonna do.
That's right. That's
All right.
exactly what I'm gonna do. All right.
Yeah, he's telling you not to cuss. We're trying to do
My bad.
a terrestrial radio friendly. It is internet. And we
Big
can't-
voice in the sky says no more crap.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right.
Well-
It's all good.
Okay.
It's all
We
good.
can't
I
keep
love you,
up
Craig.
with the edit.
That's as much censorship as you're going to get around here is that we ask you to keep it, that your grandma could listen. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, we have sound effects now. All right. So back to Anger.
Yes.
Yeah, we've thrown the whole $5 into the production here at 247miami.tv. So Anger, how long have you been with Vice City Rollers?
Since July 2011.
Okay,
Since
so
the foundation, basically.
Yeah.
since the
Yeah,
beginning.
basically, yeah.
Okay, all right. So, and I've probably asked you this before, but just for those who are first-time listeners, what brought you to roller derby?
I was just looking to do something new, and I have an aggressive streak, so I needed to do something aggressive. It was either this or rugby.
Okay.
And I just kind of happened upon the Miami team in a magical way that I didn't even think I was going to run into them. And I was like, oh, it's
At SuperCon.
It was at SuperCon. I thought I was going to meet the Gold Coast team, and I ended up meeting the Miami team. And I was like, even better. They're so
You're right here.
close.
Less driving time. And in Miami traffic, that's worth its weight in gold.
Yeah.
Indeed, it is.
So, and then
All
I
right.
just kept coming.
So now we recently, those of you who listen to Rink Crash Radio probably heard this story before, but it's so good because I know we've got new listeners tonight all across the world, all across the country. People are tuning in to hear what we've got going on down here in Miami Roller Derby. The story about you're applying for a job and you gave
Oh,
references.
yeah.
That's a great story.
I used her,
That's
Shakespeare, and one of the referees, Rollboy, as my references for a job I was applying for. And I remember even during one of my interviews, they were asking me about my references, and I was like, oh, yeah, well, me and Rollboy, and they're like, Rollboy. And I was like, I mean, Alex. Whoops.
Awkward.
And apparently they ended up doing the same thing when they were getting, the reference checks. And they were like, so they called me back to checks, and we ran into something quite bizarre. You seem to have other aliases. And I was like, what? No, don't tell me that. Yeah, we heard you go by
You're
anger.
living a double life.
Like, yeah, we heard you go by anger. And I was like, oh, well, that's so much easier to explain.
Yeah, I kept dropping anger when I was talking to them because it's just like I'm just so used to calling you by
And
your
anger, she's
anger.
always on time, and anger is she's so sweet. always kind to children and animals.
And they're like, what? And I just remember they were like, so yeah, we're gonna call you that around the office now. I hope you're okay with that. And I was like, go for it.
So what kind of office is this that you're going around and they're calling you anger?
Pretty cool.
They're
I
cool
guess
guys.
so,
They're
yeah.
cool
Yeah.
guys.
Yeah.
She actually got the job. I don't know if we announced that. She got the job.
Okay, good stuff. All right.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much. We look
No
forward to seeing you
problem.
skate tonight. Anything special? Any shout outs you want to give while you're here? Nobody special
Oh,
out
that's
there
true.
you
My
want to say?
mom wasn't gonna come, but she changed her mind. Now she'll be here. So
Oh, rock on.
yay.
Hey, all right. Moms are
So,
totally welcome.
that's
Moms are
totally
totally
cool.
welcome.
Hi,
Thank you so
Anger's
much.
mom. Woo!
Hi, Anger's mom. We had TallyGator was on standby there just a second ago. Looks like my producer's chasing her. Ah, here she comes. Here comes TallyGator. Going to be joining
Miss
us on mic 3.
305 in the
Come right
house.
on over to mic 3. Thank you so much, Anger, for stopping by. Look forward to seeing you on the track tonight. If you're just joining us, you are listening to live pre-bout coverage of Miami's Vice City Rollers taking on the Roger Rollergirls right here at Suniland Hockey Rink. That's right. That's right, everybody. Okay, pukey voice. Okay, pukey voice. Right here at the corner of US 1 and Southwest 152nd Street at the Palmetto Golf Course. You can't miss this. Big as life, twice as ugly. Unlike the lovely and talented TallyGator. How you doing, young lady?
Hi.
It's good to have you on the show. Are you ready to?
I'm excited to play.
Okay. All right. So for those of you who don't know, TallyGator is one of the founding members of Miami's Vice City Rollers. You're one of the ladies who brought roller derby here to Dade County.
Correct. Yes.
How cool is that?
Very cool.
And recently you just took a trip up to Tampa. You had a birthday, right?
Yes, I did.
Well, happy birthday. We'll say
Happy
here.
birthday. I remember that day at practice.
You weren't here.
She
I was
missed her
not.
birthday party.
And I wasn't here either, but I saw the pictures on Facebook.
And we took video. And we sang happy birthday and we gave her the video.
It was
and we're
super
just like,
sweet.
yeah.
Yeah, but you were up in Tampa, the Tampa area.
Yes.
She was
Skating
at
in
a
bowls.
skate park. It was awesome. We saw the pictures after her just riding the bowls, Battlestar Valkyrie.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. The stuff that you're doing, and I'm showing that to my daughter, and she's like, wow, she's really doing that on roller skates. I mean, how did you develop that? I mean, I know that skating has been a big part of your life since you were a child.
Mhm.
But you're not only doing roller derby, you're doing jam skating, which is the skating on dancing.
Yes.
You're pretty good at that. And now you're getting into bowls, the thing that we're used to seeing skateboarders do, like the half pipes and all that kind of thing. You're doing that on roller skates, not inlines, but quads.
Yes. Kind of just trying to see what I can do on my skates.
Okay, so this is
learn.
not like a big thing that we're seeing at the X Games and stuff. You're seeing inline skates, you'll see skateboards, but not quads.
Well, now actually there's a movement that's happening where a bunch of quad skaters are actually learning how to skate at the parks. It's led by Chicks and Bulls.
Okay.
And
You can find them on Facebook, right? Chicks and Bulls?
Instagram, yeah.
Or Instagram.
Yeah,
okay.
they're all or chicksandbulls.com.
What, a website? In this day and age, nobody has those.
I think actually Battlestar was featured as one of the Chicks and Bulls
Chick of the day recently,
Chick of the
yeah.
Day. Yeah, Chick of the Day.
How about that? Now, she'll be skating tonight as well.
Yes.
Excellent. Okay, so predictions for tonight. Have you skated against the Molly Roger Roller Girls before?
Yes.
How many times?
I believe we skated against them last year.
Okay,
last season.
all right. Any memories from that last bout?
It was a lot of fun. I remember it was somewhat challenging. Like they were together. And
They are a tight-knit team.
Yeah.
I've never seen them play, but I've done a lot of research this week getting prepped for tonight.
Oh,
Because
yeah?
you guys know how I roll. And I do. So they really seem to have their act together. Any kind of apprehension on going up like I believe they're WIFTA team?
They're a WIFTA Apprentice League,
Okay.
which means like they haven't become ranked by, or they haven't become sanctioned yet, but they're on their way to be sanctioned by the national organization that regulates roller derby, which is Women's Flat Track Derby Association.
Okay, so Tally, any apprehension going into tonight's game? I mean, are you cold and frosty?
No, I mean I'm pretty confident in our teamwork, and I think that it's going to be an awesome game.
All right, any particular players we should be looking at tonight?
All of our players.
All of our players, of course. No bias here with TallyGator.
Tally's being modest. She's like the best player on the team, and she kicks major butt.
I know for a fact that there are members of the juniors team that have TallyGator's picture above their bed. I know it for a fact, young lady.
We need signed posters.
I know it for a fact. that is in fact true, that these young ladies look up to you because of your skating ability. And
not just the juniors, the women's team look up to her too, because they, there's a certain level that we're trying to get to.
She's raised the bar.
She always raised the bar. She's always challenging me at practice.
I've raised the bar again. Come and join me up here.
Basically, she's the one that I aspire to. If I can knock Tally down, I'm doing pretty damn good.
I've heard that too. Getting hit by Tally's
I'm
like
not
getting
that
hit
hard
by.
to knock down.
So modest.
Yeah, you are.
so very modest. Now she seems, sweet as saccharine over here, but I got to tell you, I heard a story that once upon a time, we're right next to a bus stop here next to US 1 here in South Florida, and there was once upon a time that some unsavory types, those types, were here catcalling the juniors team. So these are girls that are, my daughter's 7, and I think she's the youngest one on the team. So from 7 to let's say like 17. And these guys are out here, being inappropriate, catcalling and all that. Yes, lights. Woo! Somebody turned on the ugly lights here tonight. Oh, good Lord. All right. So these guys are catcalling. And what do you know it? It's TallyGator and Coach V going out there and, ready to go toe-to-toe with these guys.
That's right.
About, them, being inappropriate with these young girls around. So these girls see that kind of tigress, Amazonian warrior, Wonder Woman kind of deal.
I mean, if you think about it, the juniors, they have 12 moms, in addition to their own
mom at home. Yeah. You've got moms and I guess aunts, sisters. Is it a sisterhood?
Yeah,
totally.
So, sure.
Yeah. See, that's the side of it I'll never get in on. You're listening to live pre-bout coverage. You're listening. Pretty sure. You're listening to live pre-bout coverage of Miami's Vice City Rollers taking on the Molly Roger Rollergirls. We are just about, let me check the clock here. Oh my goodness. Almost 90 minutes away from the start of the bout. I've got Wilma Shakespeare joining me here for the first hour of the pre-bout coverage. And then I've got Craig Stand Cook from Metal and Mayhem is going to be joining me for the second hour. Bout coverage is going to be handled by Thomas Cole. I'll be providing color commentary. And let's go over quickly the officials. Our head referee tonight is Rollboy. Our inside pack referee is Irma Gerd. Jam referee, Disaster Chief. Jam referee is also Atomic Betty. Outside pack referee, we've got Mike Marino. Outside pack referee, Deadly Edley. And outside pack referee, Salvador Brawley.
Okay, do you want me to break that down, what that means?
I think you should.
Okay, so head ref,
that's the guy in charge.
Exactly. Inside pack. So when you're on the track, there's like an inside line, the one that's facing towards the middle. That's basically skating around the inside of the oval track. Your 2 jam refs are following the actual jammers around to keep track of their points and for any penalties just for the jammers. Your outside pack refs are going to be skating on the outside of the track just to and they're just checking to make sure that everybody's playing fair. With the blockers.
Was that correct, TallyGator?
Yes.
She pretty much she got it. All right.
I winged that one.
All right. Okay, our non-skating officials tonight. We've got our jam timer is Miss Audrey, penalty tracker Betty Lugosi. Inside the whiteboard, we've got Kat Palacios. The penalty wrangler is Slamasaurus. Lineup tracker, we don't have those tonight. That's all right. Scorekeeper, we've got Kate Ireland. And also keeping score, we've got Thunder Thighs. Our scoreboard operator tonight is Grant Walker, who is the patriarch of the Walker division of juniors. Our jammer penalty timer is Diana. Blocker penalty timer, Christina Perez. And our blocker penalty timer, Alita 1, who is the mother of Grimlock, who's going to get ready to go skate here. If we can just shut down the broadcast for 1 second. The honor guard is about to roll out, and we're going to have the national anthem. Stand by, please.
Tonight's national anthem will be sung by our very own.
By the early light. Oh my gosh, I am so sorry. I'll own it. I screwed up. What so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched, were so gallant. that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Okay, we're back. If you're just joining us, this is live pre-bout coverage of Miami's Vice City Rollers taking on the Roger Rollergirls. Our juniors are getting ready to start here. We just had the national anthem. Had a little bit of an issue with there, kind of a Roseanne kind of moment. It's all good. All right. Sounds like the teams are getting warmed up, getting ready to go. They're getting pumped up. We got some awesome action here tonight. All right, we got a 2-minute break coming up here. We will rejoin. We're coming back in we're coming up in 4 minutes. I'm getting confused. All right, we're going to go to a break in 4 minutes for 2 minutes. Now I know what's going on. Thank you.
I would like to add that, as the juniors are getting started, there's a lot going on at this bout right now. We've got vendors that have come out. We've got Kauai Universe Studio. They're coming out. She does these amazing stickers.
She designed our logo, our jerseys. She designed our jerseys.
She designed our jerseys that we're wearing right now.
I'm not wearing one right now. Well, I am, but just not on my body.
We've also got the Yielding Seed. They're coming out. They're like a healthy delivery food service. They've got like these amazing, what are they called? Zucchini noodles with like pesto and coconut chicken samples.
When are we going to get the barbecue and French fry food truck out here?
I think we
Tally just looked
got
at me like I'm the
in.
devil. She's a vegetarian. Why would you eat that?
I don't care.
It's so good. It's so good. And Tally, whenever you're ready to come back, I will take you to Smith & Walensky for the best steak in South Florida.
Yeah.
Whenever you're ready to come back, I'll take you. Not a problem. It's on me. All right. So our juniors are getting ready to start.
Food truck's coming out. They're I think some Latin food place.
I'm not sure actually.
Oh well, we'll look up their name in a second. And then we've got the tattoo shop. Something sabroso.
Oh, I don't know.
And then we've got the tattoo shop. Chico's Mark for Life is out here, and they've got you can look through their artwork and stuff like that. We got our merch table. We've got DJ Nancy Starr spinning some music for us. There's quite a bit going on in this game.
And yeah, this is just the juniors here. The bleachers are already starting to fill up. The seats in the front are already starting to fill up. I'm seeing a lot of familiar faces, but what really excites me is I'm seeing a lot of new faces out here tonight.
Yeah. That was the whole point.
It's a lot of energy on the track here tonight.
More people are going to come out too. I'm expecting quite a few of my friends to come out. To come see me watch my first game of the year.
All right, before we go to break, let me give you a quick breakdown of what we got coming up on 247miami.tv. First of all, every Friday night at 10 p.m., we've got Metal and Mayhem hosted by Craig Cook. My show, The George West Show, every Saturday night at 8 o'clock. It's a funny take on the funny news and stories that are going on in politics here in Florida, the nation, and the world. My kind of quirky take on things. It runs somewhere between... I don't want to say I'm a fence sitter, but I like to walk in the middle of the road, and people will say the only thing you find in the middle of the road or in the middle is white stripes or yellow stripes and dead frogs. And I say, no, what you find in the middle is balance. That's what you find.
Did you just say dead frogs?
I did. On the air. I did. With no regret.
Roadkill.
We've got a new show, Color y Sabor, which is a Spanish show that's on Thursday nights at 6 p.m. The Dirty Laundry. If you want to know what's going on in the world of celebrity gossip, you got to tune in for The Dirty Laundry every Friday night at 8. We've got the Roy O Show, very funny young man, Thursday nights at 7 p.m. And also another new show that we're just going to be premiering this week coming up, Capes and co-hosts, Tuesday night at 9 o'clock. That one's hosted by Garrett Phillips. So you definitely want to keep it locked right here on 247miami.tv. A lot of good programming right here that we've got for you. And we'll be right back right after these messages.
You're listening to 247miami.tv.
Hey everybody, George West here to tell you about 247miami.tv. What is it? It's a showcase of what moves the Magic City, takes the pulse of Miami. We're talking sports, news talk, entertainment, fashion, all the glitz, all the glamour, all on one website. A celebration of South Florida's unique flavor. 247miami.tv. Your destination for everything that is the magic city we call Miami, Florida.
And you see one movie, it's called The Wedding Ringer.
Hey, I'm Kevin Hart.
And I'm Josh Gad.
And right now we're on 24/7 Miami.
You come on out and you see Wedding Ringer.
That's right.
You're listening to Metal and Mayhem.
This and every Friday, Metal and Mayhem. I am your host, Craig Cook. Heard live every week here on the 247 Miami Radio Network. Hit 247miami.tv, part of the Zombies Don't Sleep crew. Fridays, 10 p.m. until we quit. Join me for Metal and Mayhem.
I'm Alexia Chavarria. I'm Marisol Patton, and you're listening to 24/7 Miami.
247miami.tv. From glitz and glamour to fashion, function, and the nuts. 247miami.tv, your host for Network Under the Sun. Just two nuts in the Magic City, bringing you sports, news, local events, Miami meat and potatoes, with Pittsburgh salt and pepper. 247miami.tv.
We're allowed to cuss, right?
Always tighten your neck.
The hairs on the back of his neck have never stood up. He once converted a vampire into a vegetarian. Were he to shout at the screen during a horror film, she would never open that door. When the owl asks who, the answer is always him. Ghosts lift their chains off the floor when he's sleeping. It's been said he can't visit cemeteries because of that one time he brought somebody back from the dead. His seances are the talk of the afterlife. He is the most interesting man in the world.
I don't always drink beer, but when I do, I prefer Dos Equis.
Enjoy Dos Equis responsibly. Imported by Cervezas Mexicanas, White Plains, New York.
Stay thirsty, my friends.
It's not about anything else.
Go to your room and lock the door, cause when you try it once, you'll want to try it some more. Size doesn't matter, and that's a fact. It might be small, but it's a big impact. Bust a nut, bust a nut. Grab a bag of corn nuts and bust a nut. They're lightly toasted and hard as well. Enjoy yourself, we won't tell. Everybody does it, they like it a lot. You can do it at school, just don't get caught. It takes a few minutes if you don't delay. Take your time, it could last all day. Bust a nut, bust a nut. Grab a bag of corn nuts and bust a nut. They're lightly toasted and hard as well. Enjoy yourself, we won't tell.
Corn nuts, an intensely crunchy corn snack, comes in 7 nut-busting flavors. Busting at a convenience store near you.
Ticketmaster and Jägermeister present the concert event of the summer. Rush. The R42. Rush. At American Airlines Arena, Miami, June 5th. Neil Peart. Geddy Lee. Alex Lifeson. Rush. The R40 Tour 2014, presented by Jägermeister. Tickets available online at Ticketmaster.com. June 5th. Rush. Presented by Caesar Engler Productions and Jägermeister. You're listening to 247miami.tv.
All right, we are back. You are listening to live pre-bout coverage of Miami's Vice City Rollers as they welcome the Molly Roger Rollergirls to the Suniland hockey rink for the opening bout of the 2015 season. All right, joining me at the table, as always, is the host of Rink Rash Radio. I've got Wilma Shakespeare.
What up?
And to my extreme left, one of the best skaters, one of the senior vice skaters, I would have to say, on the team is Battlestar Valkyrie, number 44.
Hello.
Good to have you on the show.
Good to see you.
It's good to be seen.
Yeah.
So Battlestar, you really don't have a primary position. You'll block, you'll jam, you'll pivot, whatever is called for.
Yeah, I've mostly ended up jamming recently, but I like playing all positions.
Okay, all righty. And it says here that you're originally from what, in New York City?
No, I'm originally from California. I moved
Okay.
down here from Boston,
From
but I
Boston.
found out about roller derby in New York.
Aha.
Very. Yeah.
Okay, so what did you find out in the Rotten Apple that attracted you to this sport?
Well, they have the one of the best teams in the world there, Gotham.
Yes.
And they had flyered the subway there when I was there, and I pulled like a flyer down off the subway window.
Okay.
And yeah, the rest is history. I came down here, looked it up, saw if there was a team when we moved down here, and there was. And I showed up. I didn't know how to skate. I'd never roller skated when I was a kid before. I didn't know the rules. I had no idea what the sport was like. And TallyGator came up to me on the first day, and she did this like turn around stop and just like right in front of my face, and I was like, "That's really cool. I want to do that." So that's
how it all started.
Yeah, I was like, "Oh, that's cool."
And now you were featured on Chicks and Bowls this month as one of the skaters of the day.
Yeah, it's a really awesome group. I believe it started in New Zealand with Lady Trample. She started an Instagram channel and a website, and now there's a whole like global team of bowl skaters, like aggressive skaters that do skate parks, and they really sort of made a name for roller skating in the like skating community.
Well, I
which
mean,
is cool.
up to this point, it's mostly been aggressive skating. Has all been inline skates.
Exactly.
The
Yeah.
quads are just now it's definitely female driven. The ladies are showing everybody what you can do in a bowl on quads. And
yeah,
it's
definitely
amazing.
very different. A lot of the time when we go to the skate parks around Florida, we get comments from the guys. They're like, "What are those?" And I would never do that. You guys are crazy. They tend to seem to think that they're
It
more
starts off that
dangerous
way
than
and
the
ends with,
skateboards.
"Ooh, oh my God, whoa,
Well, it's
that's tight."
Yeah, they're not like negative about it. They're just kind of confused, and then also just to them it looks like so foreign. What we're doing is a little different, even from what the inliners do. Like inliners a lot more smooth. You get a lot more like grinding, and they do a lot more. I don't know, just like a lot of more like spinning stuff, and we tend to just be with the quads are like a little more direct. You do a little bit more. They're a little heavier, and you skate a little differently on them, so it does look different to I think the kids in the skate park. But yeah, they're coming around. I get like positive compliments a lot from a lot of the kids, and I've been really blown away by how supportive the skateboarding community is. Basically, no one's ever been like, "Oh, what are you doing here?" We've gone to like some private bowls in like Fort Lauderdale, like the Circus Bowl is like in the storage space, and we've gone to like some really cool spots, and everyone there has been really welcoming.
Fantastic. Now, I'm seeing here that you're a freelance writer and marketer.
That's correct. Yeah.
Do you think that the sport attracts creative people like yourself?
It attracts all kinds. I mean, we've got like lawyers on the team. We've got people who work in like administration. We've got people who work in education. So we have a whole. I think anybody who's
just
drawn
even
to
on this
it.
team, you've got everything from college students to a female carpenter to I believe a bankruptcy attorney.
Yeah, I think the thing like that drives involvement in roller derby is just sort of like an independent spirit. It doesn't matter where you're coming from in your industry, as long as you've got that kind of entrepreneurial drive or that independent drive, you end up in roller derby.
Okay, so if you were to, what's your derby pitch for somebody who might be thinking about?
Why you should do it? Because it'll be the best experience of your life. No, it's really amazing. It will revolutionize your idea about what your body can do. I was never athletic when I was younger. I didn't really do any sports. I played a little bit of soccer for fun, and that was it. So being involved in roller derby has really shown me what you can do in a short period of time. You can learn a lot of new skills and gain a lot of confidence in your abilities, and I think that's the best part. And then there's also the community that gets talked a lot about. We have a great community of people.
That's, I think, my favorite part about being involved with roller derby is the tribe. That's what I call it, is the tribe.
Yes, yeah, it's definitely very
It's totally, there's no leader. Everybody's here because they want to be here, and we had an example earlier this week that one of the skaters on the team had gotten injured, needed a knee brace, didn't have the money for
Divine
it.
Thrash.
So one person volunteered up the cash for her to get it, And then another person volunteered up an actual knee brace. No, save the money here. Use this one. So she's going to be on the track tonight because the tribe came together to protect itself, to make sure that one of the best skaters on the team is going to be out there and able to participate.
Yeah.
That's what I love about it.
Yeah, the community is really strong here. I think that's kind of true of Derby in general. It's been a really interesting grassroots movement across the U.S. and now globally. And you get a lot of people pitching in, and everybody kind of makes it happen. It's not like mainstream enough yet to get that sort of like big back into businesses and things like that. So
let's talk about that for a second, because there was talk, and we've passed it now, that in the 2016 Olympics that Derby was being considered as a potential new sport. Now it's been pushed back to 2020.
Yeah.
Do you think that Derby is ready for the mainstream on the world stage like the Olympics as it stands right now?
I definitely think they're ready. Just looking at what skaters have been able to do, starting this sport in like 2006, bringing it back, giving it a lot more legitimacy, building up these leagues across the nation, and then everything everyone's been able to do without the backing, without that sort of like.
Yeah, there's we don't have millions of dollars of funding. I mean, our sponsorships are small dollars.
Yeah.
Yet we put on one hell of a show out here.
Yeah, and I think that's true of a lot of leagues in the U.S. and globally, and everyone kind of pulls together. So it'd be amazing to see what they could do if we got that sort of legitimacy, if we're on ESPN, if we're in the Olympics.
Okay, so what's your Derby dream? Where do you see it going? Or where do you see yourself in the sport? Yeah, roller derby the sport.
Yeah, where do I see myself in the sport? I'd like to continue. I'd like to just keep on growing the league in Miami, get a bigger roster here, have a travel team, have a B team. Just grow the league out that way. And then for the sport in general, I would like it to get on TV, for it to be something that's more.
Do you think the X Games is a logical next step for the sport before maybe the Olympic stage?
I don't know. That's an interesting question, because my impression, and I might be wrong, but the X Games is a very solo-driven event. It's all a bunch of individuals doing their performance, their athletic performance. Whereas roller derby is definitely more of a team sport. I see it more like a football.
So that's what you think would separate roller derby from being able to participate in the X Games, is because it's a team sport. As much action as is involved in it, with the whole subculture vibe.
I think it could definitely fit in there. I would like to see it on the national stage like football is.
Okay. Well, tomorrow's the Super Bowl.
You said what my dream was.
Okay, I did ask what your derby dream was.
Yeah.
Shine on you, Crazy Diamond. It's good dreams. Good dreams. Good to have them. Shakes?
What's going on?
I don't know. We've got something going on with the juniors.
43 for the Jax Roller Rebels. They've got 43 points. The Miami Little Misdemeanors have 19 points.
It's 43-19.
And we're in period 1. It's the 6th jam, and we're about almost halfway through.
Okay. All right. Not looking good for the
10 minutes in.
Not looking good for the Little Misdemeanors. We're it's 43-9. You just said
43-19.
43-19. 40 still not looking very good.
But listen, that could turn around.
Indeed, this is roller derby where everything can turn on a dime, not just the skates. Everything, the whole game, the tide can turn just like that quick. If you're just joining us, you are listening to live pre-bout coverage of the Miami's Vice City Rollers taking on the Molly Roger Roller Girls right here on 247miami.tv. You might be hearing us on MiamiRollerDerby.com if you've found us there. Wherever you found us, we're happy that you did. You want to keep it locked right here. We've got just about, let me check the old clockola here. Oh, yeah. We're just over an hour, about an hour and 10 minutes left in our pre-bout coverage. We're going to lose Wilma Shakespeare here in about 10 minutes.
Sorry, guys.
That's okay. She's got to prepare for tonight's game.
Gorilla Godzilla was just killing it, though, right behind me.
These juniors are nothing to joke about.
She was jamming through that wall real quick.
I'm telling you, the one to watch tonight is Slamasaurus.
All right.
That when she gets that jam panty on and she's wearing that star, that girl just comes alive. It's like she's found her place in the world. It's amazing.
What's great is they fall. These girls are so young. They fall, get back up, and they just keep on going.
I also like the fact that the juniors are playing co-ed. I think that's great. Where are you at on that, Valkyrie?
Co-ed?
Co-ed.
I've played a few co-ed scrimmages. I think it's great. I think that the skating dynamic really balances out weight differential, so you can be like a 220-pound 6-foot guy, and you can still get taken down by someone who's
ballerina.
You have to leverage your momentum properly and stuff, but
so
you can
very
do
similar to judo.
Yeah.
I
would say similar to martial arts where you can do that kind of stuff.
See, that's the next step. That's you and TallyGator, and definitely got to involve Naughty Sea Cups. Develop roller derby into some type of fighting sport. Or some type of martial art that the military picks up on.
Well, I think there's something similar
in Navy SEALs on roller skates, taking out North Korean terrorists.
I think
I want to see that movie.
Well,
I want to see that movie.
Produce it. You can produce
I'm gonna
it.
have to do something.
I think there is some similarities in terms of MMA in like its subculture, like it's mainstream but not mainstream type of thing. Like,
True.
You know,
True.
I think there's some similarities. And actually, there is a fight tonight.
That's true.
Yeah, Anderson Silva, Nick Diaz is fighting tonight.
Okay.
Just,
Well,
you know.
let's not advertise what's going on first. Let's not
And
do
on
that.
the other channel.
Because you've still got plenty of time to make it down here. If you're still on the fence about,
And go see the fight.
it's it's Saturday night in Miami. It's early because I mean people here really don't go out until like midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning.
11:30. You start
Yeah.
getting ready.
You start getting ready to go out. And this is not a town where we roll up the sidewalks at 9 o'clock at night. There are clubs that will be open until 10 a.m. tomorrow morning. So we stay up late. So if you're looking for something to do to start your night off right, may I suggest a combination of sexiness, a hint of violence, or at least the potential of violence. Chicks on skates,
there
man.
will be
What's
violence.
not to
There's-
like?
there's
Definite
going to be
violence.
What's not to like? That's why they wear the pads and helmets.
There's definitely violence.
All right, if you're watching us on the web stream right here, right behind me, you're seeing the Jacksonville Roller Rebels have come to town. They're taking on Miami's Little Misdemeanors. What's the score right now?
57-19.
57 to
Oh
19.
no, it's changing.
Oh, no, wait.
Hold on. Update. 66-29.
66 to 29, the
The
current
Jax
score.
Roller Rebels are up.
Jacksonville up over top of Miami's Little Misdemeanors. Now, again, this is a co-ed bout that we've got here tonight. The women's bout, it's all the ladies, and that one is for real. That's the first bout of the 2015 season for the Miami's Vice City Rollers,
Yes.
and I believe it's the second bout of the season for the Molly Roger Roller
Yeah.
Girls.
No, actually,
But
it's
this is
their
their
first.
first away.
It's their first. No, I think it's their first game.
Really?
Yeah, when we talked to
So
the girls in
this is
Molly Roger,
it.
it's first for both of us.
Okay, good to know. All right, so if you
We
want
actually
to,
had them on the show on Rink Rash Radio. We had Mason Voorhes and
Super Pie.
Super Pie,
who are both skating
who
tonight.
are both skating tonight.
Both skating tonight.
And it's actually Super Pie's first bout ever.
All right, so for all you roller
Official
derby
bout.
folks out there who want to spread the gospel of roller derby, let me put on my best Southern preacher voice. I ask of you to please go on your Facebook page, your Twitter feed, your Instagrams, and ask your friends to join us right here on 247miami.tv, hashtag 247miami, or hashtag Vice City versus Molly Rogers. And that all roads
Roger, 1S.
all roads are going to lead right there to the bout that we've got here tonight. We've got a live web stream that we're going to be kicking over to right at 8 o'clock, just about an hour from now. But in the meantime, we've got the juniors are going, and it looks like Miami's getting they're getting killed by the Jacksonville Roller Rebels. But this is roller derby. Everything can change on a dime. It can happen. We're located right now at the Suniland Hockey Rink, which is Southwest 152nd Street and US 1 at the Palmetto Golf Course. Easy to find. You get down here, you can't miss it. There's a huge crowd of folks out here tonight. We've got the entire broadcast team from the Connecticut School of Broadcasting. They're out here helping us out tonight. If this is something that you might be interested in, I absolutely encourage you to log on to 1-800-TVRadio.com or just give it a call, 1-800-TV-RADIO. And you can find out if there's a potential for you if you'd like to get into the field of media and broadcasting. We're looking for creative people. The industry needs people, but you need to get trained. You need to get ready for that first job. And they can get that training at the Connecticut School of Broadcasting. We're proud to bring you tonight's main bout, the women's teams. We've got Miami's Vice City Rollers taking on the Molly Roger Roller Girls from Brevard County. Now, we've had recently, Battlestar Valkyrie was on with us, but now joining us on the microphone is one of my favorite skaters. Yes, indeed. It is one Miss Divine Thrash.
Hello there.
Hello, good to have you, young lady.
Oh, it's always a pleasure to have
Okay,
you.
you look pumped. You look like you're ready to skate tonight.
I'm extremely excited.
We've had ginger shots.
Ginger, I don't even know what that is. Did you take a redhead out back and shoot him?
Yielding Seed, one of the vendors that's out here, they're like, here, try this all natural ginger shots. It's gonna boost your energy.
Oh,
We're like,
I
all
see.
right, we're gonna take shots.
Okay. Just say no.
I think we should have them in an hour. This
Yeah.
is
Another
way too
ginger
soon.
shot
I'm like
in
a
an
mile
hour?
a minute. I can't stop.
Okay, the redheads are hiding. I just want you to know. All right, so it's like again,
There's no liquor in that. It's all natural.
It's all natural.
Yeah.
It's got vitamins and whatnot in it. Okay, we've got about 11 minutes to our next break. So if you're just joining us, you're listening to live pre-bout coverage of Miami's Vice City Rollers taking on the Molly Roger Roller Girls. Joining us was our latest guest. We've got Divine Thrash. Now, Divine, you don't have a regular normal job.
I do not, thankfully.
You do not go to an office.
Nope.
You
Definitely
do not. You do not sling burgers or hot dogs for a living.
Nope. Definitely
You swing
not.
a hammer for a living.
I do.
You saw a
and
saw
I
for
split
a
wood
living.
all the time.
Splits wood like a Southern boy. So, but you're working on the set of Rent here in South Florida, and you just got a job with the South Florida Symphony.
Yes. Oh, actually, New World Symphony.
New World Symphony. How fantastic! Congratulations.
Thank you very, very much. I'm very happy about that.
All right.
Main house.
So, tell me about tonight's bout. Have you played the Molly Rogers before?
No, this is
your first time.
Yeah, this is Vice City's first time. I'm one of the original members. We've never played them.
Okay.
So I'm very excited about that.
I know members of the team have played them with other teams, I guess, either Dub City or Fort Lauderdale.
Yeah, I think so. During scrimmages and everything.
But not a real actual bout.
An actual bout.
This is their first bout of the season, your first bout of the season, and the first time
that where
it's for real now.
Yeah, it is. It's going to be interesting. I have a lot of friends from Molly Roger here, so we're going to see how that's going.
Oh, fantastic!
It's going to go.
If you don't mind, when you're done here, could you maybe send a couple our way? I'd love to talk to them.
Most definitely.
Oh, we got one
lined up. Mason
Mr.
Voorhes.
Danny Garcia. Hey! Good to see you, young man. Formerly of the Michael Irvin show, Danny over there. So we're stepping into some high cotton. We got some good people coming out here.
Nice
tonight.
shirt, dude.
All right. So if you want to share the gospel of roller derby, here's what you do. You tell your friends, 247miami.tv, hashtag 247miami, hashtag Vice City versus Molly Rogers. That's hashtag Vice City, VICECITY versus Molly Rogers.
Without the S.
That's cheapest and most
Molly Roger.
sporting event.
That's it? Yes. Molly Roger. There's no S.
Correct.
Okay. I'm going to have to shoot my producer. Okay. Bing, bing. All right. Now, for the actual bout, we've got Thomas Cole, who's going to be calling the shots, and I'll be providing color commentary on that one.
Excellent.
All right, so looks like we finally got our act together down here in Miami, and we're bringing you some world-class roller derby tonight. So,
Thank you very much.
Are you excited about the bout?
Oh my God, are you kidding me?
I can only imagine. So, are you going to be blocking, jamming wherever they need you, whatever you mean?
No, I'm a primary blocker. Unfortunately, I had a small little mishap with my knee.
I see.
I did want to try to jam, but I'm not ready yet. Okay. I want to be extremely strong, very agile, faster on my feet before I do that.
Any players on the other side that we should be looking out for, since you know them a little bit better than I do?
Mason Voorhes.
Mason Voorhes,
Oh, yeah.
which we're getting ready to interview her in just a moment.
And even though Super Pies, this will be her first bout, she's actually scrimmaged a lot, and she's pretty deadly. She's won a couple MVPs already, so looking out for that one.
She's like 5'11".
Yeah,
too.
yeah, she is. That's why
Dynamite comes in small packages.
This
You
is
should
going to be
know
one of
that,
the.
Shakes.
It's very rare to play with somebody
5'11".
my height. So this is excellent.
I'll tell you, Divine.
I am 5'10", but on my skates I'm 6'2". Yeah.
Okay, with the afro?
Yeah. No afro today, though. I
No
kept
afro
it clean. It's because
Okay.
of my sporty look.
Okay. I do like it when you have the wild, the
I
crazy,
know.
the big
I
hair.
know soon. I'm making my own skirt.
I'm from the South, so I like big hair.
I like big everything.
Easy now. Easy now. This is a family show.
Oh, yeah.
All right, you're listening to live pre-bout
You
coverage
walked right into that one,
of
dude.
Miami's Vice City Rollers
You did
taking on the Molly Roger Roller Girls right here at the Suniland Hockey Rink, Southwest 152nd Street and US 1 in Miami. I am blushing.
Red is my favorite color.
I
There
am
you go.
blushing.
Good luck.
Just a little bit. Thank you, Divine. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right, our next guest coming up here very shortly. We've got one Miss Mason Voorhes is going to be joining us on mic. Miss Voorhes, if you could just come on over.
Come on up.
3.
The price is right. everyone.
Okay. All right. Our first Molly Roger interview of the evening. Hello and welcome, Mason Voorhes. Not too shabby, not too shabby. Just get right up on that mic. Don't be afraid. So, how was the trip down?
It was fucking long. It was really, really long.
Okay. All right. So, how many hours away is Brevard County?
I'm actually not from Brevard.
Okay.
Not at all.
So
I'm from Vero Beach, Florida. So
Okay.
it takes me about 3. It takes them 4.
You 3 hours, them 4. So you drive an hour just to go to practices, to
Yep.
go to scrimmages, that your regular routine during the week.
Absolutely.
Okay. So how long have you been involved in roller derby?
Going on my second full year, but I've been doing it about 4.
Your second full year. Okay.
On and off for about 4.
What do you do when you're not on skates?
I'm always working, and this is my hobby. I'm at school or I'm at work. There really is nothing in between. There's
And I see here that you're a big fan of the Insane Clown Posse.
yes.
You have
No, I like them all
a,
equally.
like them all. Have you ever actually drank Faygo?
Yes.
Oh,
What is
oh,
that?
it is the worst soda in the world.
It is the sugar high from hell. Is
Oh,
what it
yeah.
is.
No, it goes in like perfume, comes out like raw sewage. It is not fun. And this clown rap group.
Well, I know ICD.
Okay,
but I don't know
okay.
what that was.
They sprayed on the crowds at the concerts, that kind of thing.
So you get it all sticky and shit.
Oh yeah.
I guess so. That's all right. The guests are allowed to cuss, but you got to watch yourself there, Jax.
Sorry.
Aren't you
I'm
going
a derby girl.
Aren't you supposed to be going to the University of Miami for communications and broadcasting? Easy now.
Teach me your wife's way.
Okay, I'm just doing my portions. We're just about 5 minutes from the I believe the bottom of the hour, or is it the top of the hour? It's the 5 minutes from the top of the hour. So we are 1 hour, 5 minutes away from the main bout of the evening. So Mason, any have you scrimmaged with, played with the Vice City Rollers before?
I actually got MVP jammer last year.
Oh, congrats! All right. Any fond memories from the last bout?
It was extremely hard. It was a learning experience. We went through half the game where we were just like, I don't know. Like, we're just going to kind of play it by ear. And by the end of it all, we were just kind of just fuck shit up. They were like, is there anything you need me to do? And I just got on the line. And at one point, I was like, no, just got it.
Okay, all right.
And it seemed to work, at the end. But we didn't figure that out till the end. And experience.
Okay, so who on your team do we need to be keeping an eye on tonight besides yourself? Now, everybody says, you got to watch Mason Voorhes, and you got to watch Super Pie. But I know you've brought your A team down south tonight.
We had a couple that had to leave. They had some unforeseen, so we
Life gets in the way. It happens.
It does. But we have Loch Nessa jamming with us today. We also have a couple other jammers. I think we have about four or five, and they're going to be switching off. We have Snap Happy. Snap Happy's always jamming with me on the A team. So we have a couple other girls that have skated a couple years. Puppies and Spite and everybody, they came down and they enjoy doing the drive, and so it's always a good experience to get into the truck and you're kind of stuck with them. So God forbid you have an argument, you're fucked. You're in trouble. You're in trouble. You're riding in the back, way in the back.
Let's say if you're gonna sell folks Tupperware, that's the time. You've got a captive audience.
Yes.
They're not going anywhere.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, so also Girl Scout cookie time. All right.
Oh, I don't even want to talk about the Girl Scout cookies. It's almost like a drug deal. I go into work and the guy next door has some daughters in the Girl Scouts and I'm like, you got that stuff? He's like, yeah, I got it. I got the stuff.
You heard it here, folks, right here at 24/7 Miami.tv.
Oh, yes.
Anybody that you're keeping an eye on tonight on the Vice City side?
This one.
Shakespeare.
I like her, and I also Tally was a really
Tally's
good
an amazing skater.
She was a good opponent last year. It's nice to have a challenge. You get some of these teams where you're like, it's nice, but it's not fun if there's not a challenge. So it's nice to have that challenge there ready, and everybody's always evolving and always getting better. So it's nice to always see a new one that you're like, I remember you, but you're better now.
Yes, yes, that's actually what I'm really excited about, because when I first played you guys last year, it was my first bout.
Oh, really?
So, yeah, now it's been a year. And it's like, all right, I'm ready for this. Like, I'm so much more aware of what I'm doing, what I'm supposed to be doing, at what time. I mean, there's still chaos, but I'm excited. I'm really excited to play you guys today.
Chaos is my favorite part. You get on the line and you don't know what to expect, and you try something, and if you can't, as a jammer, it's hard to tell them.
Mason, I'm going to ask you to hold that thought. We're getting ready to go to break here. You're listening to live pre-bout coverage of Miami's Vice City Rollers taking on the Roger Rollergirls right here on 24/7 Miami.tv. I'm George West, joined by Wilma Shakespeare, Mason Voorhes. Stick around. We'll be right back.
So you can wipe off that grin. I know where you've been. It's all been a pack of lies. I can feel them in the air tonight. Oh Lord.
You're listening to 24/7 Miami.tv. This and every Friday, Metal and Mayhem. I am your host, Craig Cook. Heard live every week here on the 247 Miami Radio Network. Hit 247miami.tv, part of the Zombies Don't Sleep crew. Fridays, 10 p.m. until we quit. Join me for Metal and Mayhem.
This is Wilma Shakespeare,
Anger,
and Disaster Chief
from Miami's Vice City Rollers, inviting you to tune in to Rink Radio on 247miami.tv. New shows every Saturday at 9 p.m.
with encore replays Monday at noon and 10 p.m., Tuesdays at 10 a.m.,
and Wednesdays at 10 a.m. and again at 10 p.m.
Find out everything you've ever wanted to know about roller derby in the 305.
Get the 411 on the women's team,
the men's team,
and even the juniors.
Rink Rash Radio.
Rink Rash Radio.
Rink Rash Radio.
On 247miami.tv.
Ladies, you don't want to miss out on the latest fashion, news, gossip, and entertainment. Join Barbie and Angie.
Only on 24/7 Miami.
And you see one movie, it's called The Wedding Ringer.
Hey, I'm Kevin Hart.
And I'm Josh Gad.
And right now we're on 24/7 Miami.
You come on out and you see Wedding Ringer.
That's right.
You don't have to listen to him. You don't have to believe in him. You are free to look like an idiot. He won't mind.
And as an outsider looking into this, I just don't get why these folks don't get along.
One man trying to make sense of a world gone totally cray-cray.
In this world, who can you trust besides the first 4 Black Sabbath albums, Henry Rollins and me? The George West Show, heard right here on 247miami.tv every Saturday and Monday at 8 p.m.
You're listening to 247miami.tv.
I must have dreamed 1,000 dreams, belonging by a million screams, but I can hear the marching feet moving into the street. Now did you read the news today? They say the danger's gone our way, but I can see the fire still alight, burning into the night. There's too many men, too many people making too many problems, and there's not much love to go around. Can't you see this is a land of confusion? This is the world we live in, and these are the hands we're given. Use them and let's start trying to make it a place worth living.
There you go. 1 and 2. Number 1 and 2. 1 and 2.
There we go. Hey, welcome back. You're listening to live pre-bout coverage of Miami's Vice City Rollers taking on the Roger Rollergirls right here on 247miami.tv. Super Pie. Oh, no, sorry. We're being joined by Super Pie from the Roger Rollergirls. Hello. Mic 3, please. You're going to need mic 3 for Sugar Pie.
Sugar Pie.
Super
Pie,
Super
but
Pie.
Sugar Pie works.
Okay, either way. Get to know me. Shakespeare, my normal co-host, is actually being interviewed by a TV station right now. So I'm being joined by the host of Metal and Mayhem, Friday night, 10 o'clock right here on 247miami.tv, the one and only Craig Stan Cook.
You can follow me at Real Craig Cook, actually, on Twitter. So social media plug right there.
Okay.
Right.
So, Super Pie, you're a Navy vet.
I am a Navy vet.
As am I. So
Nice.
thank you for your service. What ship were you on?
I was not. I got shore duty in San Diego.
Okey-doke.
But I was aviation electronics technician on S3 Vikings.
Okay, all right. I was a damage controlman. I put out fires.
Good job.
I still do that to this day.
Nice.
Being a father and television radio producer, that's kind of what I do.
That makes her a polywog, right?
Yeah.
I was a seaman technically. At
But
one
no,
point.
you never crossed the equator, so yeah, you're a
Yeah,
wog.
no, I am a polywog.
You're a
Okay.
wog.
Sorry, I didn't get the reference. Because
But so
I never
are
went
you,
on.
Craig.
Everybody else is a polywog, I guess, right?
No, I'm Shellback. Thank you very much.
Except for you.
Yes, thank you
You're
very much.
a Shellback.
All right, then. So you're listening to live pre-bout coverage of Miami Vice City Rollers taking on the Roger Rollergirls right here, 247miami.tv. Spread the gospel of roller derby, please. Tell everybody, 247miami.tv, hashtag 247miami, hashtag Vice City versus Molly Roger. So Super Pie.
Yes.
You're a single mom?
No, I'm married.
Okay, you're married. Okay,
Yes.
but the impression I got from the interview I heard on Rink Rash Radio was a young troublemaker.
A little bit.
Trying to find your way in the world. Maybe you made some bad decisions.
No, I think you're confusing me with Mason.
Oh,
I think Mason was the one that got into derby versus other things.
Tell me your story then.
I actually went to high school with Snap Happy, one of our jammers, one of our
Okay.
veteran skaters. I mean, she's been with the league for like 8 years. And I ran into her at a 50s themed party, and there was a cabaret burlesque show.
Oh, nice.
And
how come I never get invited to
I
parties
know.
like that?
And it was sort of funny. As she was removing her clothing, I recognized her.
Nice.
Wait a second now. Apparently,
back the truck up.
It was a cabaret show, if you didn't catch that.
No, I
So-
got it, but you only recognized her once her clothes were removed.
Because we were in drama together in high school, and we had done this one play where there was a lot of really fast costume changes. So that was what actually
So that blur,
triggered.
that blur.
Like, I recognize that flesh, and I'm pretty sure I.
Hey,
went to
I
high
know
school
that
with you.
birthmark.
Yeah, pretty much. And we got into a conversation, and she's like, "You should come out for roller derby." And I'm like, "Roller derby? What's that like with the hitting and the smacking?" And she's like trying to explain it to me. And eventually, I showed up at a practice, and within 5 minutes, I was like, "Oh, I want this." So
yeah,
much.
the roller derby teams have, especially in their effort to recruit, have been described as really cool Jehovah's Witnesses
No.
because they just don't stop.
Oh yeah.
You have to come it's like 6 months of them constant pestering every time you show up to a bout or a practice or something like that, where they try to get you involved in the team.
Oh, I'm trying to recruit like the girl cashiering me out at the grocery store. Somebody says, "Oh, I've had a rough day." I'm like, "You need derby in your life. That's what you need."
Slam the register too hard.
Like, hey, I like that aggression, and I think you can use that for good. We can use you.
So what's your derby pitch?
My derby pitch?
Your derby pitch. When you meet somebody who's, it's on the peripheral. They know about it vaguely. They've heard of it.
I basically, I don't have a specific pitch yet. I've only been skating since April of last year.
Really?
So I don't have a full-on pitch. Usually it's whatever they say triggers something, and I'm like, hey, you know what? Or like I'll be at the gym, and I'll be like, you know what's a good workout? Roller derby.
Say all you got to do is replace roller derby with Jesus. You become a Jehovah's Witness. That's it.
I guess that's true.
It's-
Except I don't think there's a limitation on the amount of people that should play roller derby. I think
Okay.
I want everyone. Derby
Okay.
for all.
So this is exciting for you out here tonight, seeing the juniors playing co-ed.
Yeah, I actually took my daughter skating, and she was using one of the little walkers,
The
and she
crutch.
held onto it and was like slamming her feet in the ground. And I'm like, I can see you playing. I see your future child.
The force is strong with this
Yes.
one.
Yes,
You were the
little
chosen
Padawan.
one. You were the chosen.
Are you trying to get your daughter involved in derby? I mean, or just roller skating?
I think we're going to start with skating. It may take a while to get her interested in that. She's a very cautious kid.
Okay.
So it's going to take her a minute. I'm kind of a dive in person. My daughter is like dip her toe in the pool
Okay.
an inch at a time.
Maybe she needs a kick in the rear end.
My daughter, Creeping Angel, she's the youngest on the juniors team.
Oh, okay.
She's actually not here tonight. She's staying with Granny. She took to it like a fish to water. I mean, they strapped skates onto her, and she had the crutch for, I think, the first 2 practices, but then boom. So she's skating backwards. She's doing plow stops. She's doing T-stops at 7 years old. And
Oh my God! By the time she's 18, she's
going
going to be unstoppable.
I know.
Yeah,
she's going to be a scalpel. It's going to be.
Yeah, a friend of mine, I took her daughter skating, and she was falling down every 5 seconds, but she popped right up, and I'm like, and she's going, I fall too much. I'm like, no, you fall great. You're a fabulous faller. We just got to work on staying up.
Yeah, getting the not falling part.
Yeah, but she popped right out. I'm like, you'd be an excellent jammer if you.
That's
could
how
pop
I
up that
actually learned to fly. I threw myself at the ground and missed, and was flying. So it's
I thought you
tough
couldn't
to
fall
do.
off the ground.
You can't.
I learned that today.
You have to throw yourself at the ground and miss. That's the trick.
Just right.
Are you getting a little chilly?
No, I got to gear up.
You got to gear up. Well, thank you for stopping by. Thank you so much, Super Pie from Miami. I'm not sorry, from Molly Roger
Molly
Rollergirls.
Rogers.
Easy now. I don't roller
Hold her
skate to the
back.
face.
Hold her back.
All right. Thank you so much. Go get ready for the bout. All right. Come on over. Okay. You're listening to live pre-bout coverage of the Miami Vice City Rollers as they welcome the Molly Roger Rollergirls to town. Go ahead and how you doing? I'm George West.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Welcome. What's your name?
My name is Katie.
Katie, and what's your derby name?
Katie.
Katie.
I keep it really simple. these
Yeah, I
days.
guess you do. Okay.
I'm getting older, so it's like I just got to keep my life as simple as I possibly can.
Okay. Now you say you're getting older. Now
Yes, I am.
Okay. Now I know, being from the South, that it's impolite to ask a woman's age, so I'm not going to ask that.
I am well into my 40s.
Okay.
And I'm willing to admit it.
Good
so.
enough. Good enough for me. I'm glad we could do that pleasantly, and I didn't catch my
It's no big
roller
deal.
skate to the teeth.
I'm good.
Okay. So when did you get involved in Derby?
Once again I can't remember because I'm getting older. No, it's probably been like 6 years. I've been playing roughly 6 years.
So you came into it later in life. You're in your mid 30s.
I saw the movie Whip It,
Okay.
walked out of Whip It, and I said I can do that. And that's
how many. I wonder how many young ladies have found Derby through that movie.
I have a feeling a fairly large number of us. Yes.
Okay. All right. And what's your favorite thing about roller derby?
Catching jammers and wearing them out.
Catching
I
jammers.
call it breaking the jammer, like you break a horse, to the point where it finally submits to you. I've been known to break jammers where they just give up and they look at you like you win.
There's some other pent-up things there. That's not just anger.
man.
All of a sudden, I need an adult, please.
There you go.
How was the drive down? It's just like 3 hours on the road, right?
I hate coming to Miami, although that we took the turnpike this time and it wasn't bad at all.
Okay.
So it wasn't a bad trip.
The $13 totally made it worth it.
Yeah.
Okay, rock on. All right. So you hate coming to what is it about Miami that you don't like? It's certainly
The
not our derby team.
No, that's the traffic. I'm used to being able to drive
No,
without.
we have the worst traffic. We're in top 5 worst traffic in the country.
Yeah.
Top 5 rudest drivers in the country.
Yeah.
We have one of the deadliest intersections in America,
There
Pines
you
and
go.
Flamingo, right up in Broward County. So yeah, this is not
And as a matter of fact, 2 of the most dangerous freeways in the United States, two of the top 10 are here in 836 and 826.
Of course, yeah, the Palmetto. Yeah. Are you familiar with the TV show Dexter or the books?
No, I'm not.
Okay,
Unfortunately.
it's just tell the story quick so you can kind of get an ideal of reference here. It's like a serial killer who kills serial killers, and when he wants to feel normal, he drives on our Palmetto.
There you have it,
because
right there.
everybody's homicidal on the Palmetto.
See, they need to play roller derby because then they could take out their aggressions on the track.
And there was the derby pitch right there.
See, I was ready.
I
for
see.
That.
That was just the perfect segue into derby.
See, I
Can you
just
do
have to
that
keep
with
my-
any topic?
I don't know, but I need to remember I got to stay at a certain point from the microphone.
But you're doing just fine. You're just fine. So you wear down, you break the jammer.
Yeah.
Right, so tell me how do you do that? Share with me the secret to your hot sauce.
I've been known to, before the jam starts, just stare at the jammer with a wicked little smile like I am right now.
Okay.
Maybe even go like that.
That is kind of creepy.
And I never say anything mean to anybody ever, but
Oh.
I just look at them.
So it's an intimidation game. Tyson,
You want to classify it as
Mike
that? I'm
Tyson-
just going to say hello.
Mike Tyson did the exact same thing. That he would stare people down, and the minute they looked away, he knew he'd won the fight.
Yeah, and that's kind of the way I do it. I mean, it's like I'm never going to be mean to somebody, but I will get into your head. So
Okay, so you're all about the psychological aspect of the game.
better believe it.
Fantastic. Okay, so who on your team do you think we should be watching tonight?
You're going to find out real quick.
Oh my God! Have you played Vice City before?
You know what? I don't think I have. I've actually refereed this team.
Okay.
Because I also did that, but I haven't played this team. But a lot of the players on this team I used to play with them on a different team, so I'm familiar.
Okay,
But
is there anybody that you're going to be looking out for tonight?
Tally and Tally
TallyGator.
and I. You'll probably see her and I going head to head just a few times.
Okay, all right. I'm looking forward to it. Thank you so much for stopping by.
Thanks, thank you.
Appreciate it. You're listening to live pre-bout coverage of Miami's Vice City Rollers as they welcome the Roger Rollergirls right here to the Suniland hockey rink. Still plenty of time to get down here. We're located on the corner of US 1 and Southwest 152nd Street. Easy to find. Once you get down here, just look for, we're big as life, twice as ugly. You can't miss this. It's a circus of freaks.
I'd like to add a little bit of editorial here at this
Okay,
point.
feel free.
I noticed over the, we did the pre-show for the last bout, and we're doing the show for this, the pre-show for this bout.
Yes.
One of the things that I've noticed is I don't think any of the skaters wash their elbow pads or gloves or anything.
No, yeah, you're noticing this.
Well, I'm sitting right next to the guest.
The odoriferousness.
I was helping jockey the guests last time, and I'm noticing that there's like this malfeasance.
There's certain ones that they're like baseball players. They don't no.
Or
But then there's other
hockey
ones. Ann Assassin. She after every bout, she's got basically like a derby makeup kit where she sprays down her pads with disinfectant and. Yeah, she's got a whole process.
So there's some that do try to undo the damage, and then
this is sports, man. I mean, you go into how stinky is the locker room? Stinky. Yeah. All right.
Bad.
Our next guest is Induce Pain, number 31. Induce, come on over to mic number 3 right there. You can throw these headphones on. Thank you so much. If you're just joining us, you're listening to live pre-bout coverage of Miami's Vice City Rollers as they welcome the Roger Rollergirls to the Suniland hockey rink. And joining us on the mic right now is Induce Pain from the Roger Rollergirls. Hello and welcome.
Hi, I'm actually subbing for Miami.
You're subbing for Miami, so you're playing with us tonight.
Yes, I'm from Pinellas Park.
Okay, all right. Well, thank you for coming down as I jerk my headphones right off my face.
I brought the TAC pack that is actually subbing in with Miami, the juniors.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
the coach for them. So.
Oh, fantastic. Okay, so you're going to get in on the action tonight, too, before you know.
I can't only let them play. I got to play, too.
I see. All right. So what was that like, driving down here with a pack of, because it's a co-ed team, so it's young kids. What's your oldest and what's your youngest?
My youngest is 8 and my oldest is 17.
Okay, so you're running the gambit here.
Yes. And
very diverse team, boys, girls,
Correct.
different ages,
co-ed team.
backgrounds.
Yep, I brought 8 skaters down. So me and actually the ref, but interesting stories, our car broke down on the way here.
Yes, I heard on the alley.
Yes.
So for those of you who don't know, we call I-75. There's a section of it where it normally runs north and south, but there's a section that runs across the Everglades that we call Alligator Alley. And it's always fun when you drive across the alley to count the alligators, because they'll come right up to the side of the road to sun themselves. So while you're broken down on the side of the road, any of our four-legged, long-tailed friends, the American
Thankfully
alligator?
not, because we had to use the swamp water to get water because the radiator was busted. So we had to keep putting water in so we could even get off of Alligator Alley. So luckily there was none that we saw.
You made it, and we're glad you did.
Yes.
Okay, so this is your team that's out here skating tonight. Is it over, or are we at halftime right now?
Halftime right now.
Okay, what's the current score?
46 to 156.
And that's
Miami's at 46.
Miami's, like I said, they started off down for the whole first, and just like that, they were able to bring it back right before the half. How about that? Only in roller derby and sports and football and whatnot. All right.
156 to 46.
All right. So how did you get involved in roller derby? I mean, before you started coaching the juniors and all that, you had to be playing on a team somewhere, right?
Yeah, I actually one of my good friends. I'm a labor and delivery nurse, and I said we need to do something, need to get active. And so she's like, "Oh, let's try out roller derby." So I was like, "Okay, let's try it out." So
did you both stick with it?
Only I've stuck with it. She's had a couple babies, so.
Oh yeah, that'll do it. Yeah. Nobody wants to see a pregnant girl
either that
roller skating,
or have one of those athletic push strollers in front. You know, where
maybe.
Start them young.
Mine is 7 and it is skating.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I have 2 of them out there skating too. So, and one of them made it to All-Star. So we went to Texas in November. Was on the All-Star for the juniors team and played before the World Cup of the women. So
what do you enjoy most about coaching the juniors?
Oh, I love their will to like be better, their positivity. They're always laughing, and the friendships that they've all made. I mean, it's just unreal. I always have kids over. They're always calling me Mama Pain, and so it's wonderful.
I see. Okay, and anything challenging about coaching the juniors?
A lot of hormones.
Sure. Well, yeah, you got some. Oh, that's right, and it's a co-ed team.
Yes.
So
yes.
You ever have to turn the hose on the skaters?
Yes. Well, they're not into each other. More of like a bickering, like brother and sister kind of thing.
Got that. Okay. All right. So you get that kind of challenging between. You find the, sexism raising its ugly head on the team? Not at all.
No, it's not that. It's really more of he said this, she said that, or she's not being in the spot that I told her. It's more like a brother sister kind of thing, and then
your typical teenage bickering.
Yes.
Okay, we all did it.
Yeah,
we all did it.
We got to go through it. So
how do you, as a coach, how do you kind of cut through the crap? I mean, you're not there. I mean, I know you, as a coach, as a mentor, you kind of develop for lack of a better term, a love for your students, and then when they start acting up, how do you counterbalance? Because you're not their parent,
right?
So you really don't love them, so you can cut through the crap.
Exactly.
So how do you counterbalance that? Because you're dealing with kids, but it's derby.
Right. So a lot of times, what we'll do is if it's getting too much on the track and they're and it's really noticeable, we'll actually take like a 5-minute break and kind of just let everyone take a break, take some water, skate it off, and then we kind of regroup. If it's something where somebody's hurt or their feelings were hurt, then we will actually call it out and we will present it to the whole team and be like, this person said this, why are they saying that? let's squash it. So I'm all
So
about.
you just get everything out in front
Yes.
and let the team, there it is. So now we have to deal with it.
Right.
Airing the dirty laundry.
Yeah.
And
So
then,
it's the only way. Otherwise, they all go home and they tell their parents, Bob was
then you get
being mean
drama.
to me, and he said that I was ugly or whatever it is.
goodness
So,
gracious.
yeah. So I don't need the parents to call me. So I'm like, you know what? We're gonna take care of it right here. So
Good.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you so much.
Thank
and we're
you.
looking forward to seeing you skate tonight, okay?
Thank you.
And thanks for coming down.
Thanks.
All right, you're listening to live pre-bout coverage of Miami's Vice City Rollers as they welcome the Molly Roger Roller Girls to the Suniland Hockey Rink right here, Southwest 152nd Street and US 1 in beautiful Miami, Florida. Gorgeous night out tonight, Craig. Gorgeous. You couldn't ask for better weather.
It's about 68 out right
Yeah,
now.
about six, I put up almost 68. It feels good.
Yeah,
It
it's
feels
nice.
good out tonight.
Really
it's
nice.
It's not too chilly, but no, you're not sweating. It's just a perfect night for roller derby. And they definitely starting to get a big crowd out here tonight.
Yeah, a lot of chairs. A lot of
chairs into the front. Nobody's really gotten to the suicide seats yet, but even the bleachers are starting to fill up a little bit. I'm seeing a lot of action. The energy here on the track tonight is amazing.
Do we have a food truck?
I believe we do have a food truck.
There's at least one food truck here.
There's supposed to be some kind of crazy healthy food. They're giving ginger shots.
Yeah, some type of double ginseng
I don't
blood
know.
boost or
I don't
something.
know.
I don't know.
They say treat your body like a temple. I treat mine like a tent. So I'm scared to death to actually have something healthy because of what it might actually do to my body.
If I treat my body like a temple, it must be an Irish temple because I'm pouring whiskey and beer on it almost all the time.
Well, Craig, you've come to roller derby here in the last couple of months, right?
Right, exactly.
So what do you think of the sport? It's kind of new to it. I mean, it was on the peripheral for you. You were aware of what it was. But now that you're kind of broadcasting it, you're here for the different events and whatnot.
Yeah, I'm
What do you
getting to
think?
meet. I'm getting to meet the players, and I'm getting to see the actual sport itself, and now the actual bouts. The takeaway here is that I'm surprised at how self-abusive these people are to go in there and sacrifice themselves for the team, like points. Get their
they take one for the team to a whole new level.
I mean, like
a whole new level.
Minimal pads. We're not talking about these ladies and guys are decked out in like football stuff.
No.
It's minimal, nominal stuff.
Knee pads, guards, mouth guard, a helmet, and occasionally some skaters will wear shin guards. Most do not.
But yeah, for sure. You're talking about blood and
serious
bruises.
sport. Yeah, you can get injured out here. Absolutely.
And I think last month we saw a couple really hard hits. We even have them on captured some on video actually, in replay.
The season's beating bout, where it was the co-ed scrimmage that we had in December.
Yep, and
at the end of December, amazing.
Yeah, and even within the team, they were very highly competitive, leaving it all out there, as it were. So
but all in good fun. I mean, after everything's that's one of the things I like
shaking
about
hands
derby.
afterwards. Yeah,
everybody's good. You can get knocked flat on your backside, and you'll get up and thank the person for doing it. Oh, that was a great hit. Looks like our juniors are lining up to get started again. The refs are coming out to check out their equipment for the second half of the juniors bout. We are just about 40 minutes away, Craig, from our main bout as the Miami's Vice City Rollers take on the Molly Roger Roller Girls here tonight.
I think we're going to go straight through the bottom of the hour break until maybe
I may turn it over to you for a minute and just step away for a second. We'll get you a guest over here. Who's this lovely young lady that we got on standby? Hey, Sid, who's this young lady we got here? Atomic Betty. Come on over, Atomic Betty. All right. Get her all set up on mic 3. If you're just joining us, you're listening to live pre-bout coverage of Miami's Vice City Rollers as they welcome the Molly Roger Roller Girls to the Suniland Hockey Rink. All the action right here on 247miami.tv. And you, my friend, can help spread the gospel of roller derby by telling your friends to log on to 247miami.tv or tweeting hashtag 247Miami or hashtag Vice City versus Molly Roger. Atomic Betty, welcome to the show.
Hi, thank you.
Now, Atomic, who are you skating for tonight?
I'm actually a referee.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm from Molly Roger Roller Girls.
So you came down to help out tonight.
Yeah, I'm the president.
Oh, fantastic. Yeah. Okay, great. Thank you for coming down.
We have royalty amongst us.
That's
now.
true.
We need to behave.
And I thought I was just going to phone this interview in, but now that I know who I'm dealing with, okay. So how long have you been involved with roller derby?
Since June 21st, 2011. So that many years.
Okay, but in that you've learned to skate and you've risen to the rank of president of the.
Yeah, I originally started out as fresh meet. I didn't know how to skate at all. They called me a wall hugger, and then I eventually got out of fresh meet and I joined our travel team in 2013. And I played 2 games, but I was in a really bad car accident, so no contact for a long time for me. So I switched over to reffing.
Oh, I see. Oh, but you're still very much involved in the coaching of the team and the management of the team.
Yeah, definitely.
So what is it so much about roller derby that attracted you to the sport and to basically what I call the tribe?
Yeah, it's definitely got a lot of tribal lineage, a lot of similarities between a regular tribe. So what attracted me was I was always kind of a dork in high school. I am a physics student. I bleed dorkness. I have a drama tattoo and a Star Wars tattoo. So people were really mean to me. And I was like, okay, you're right. I am a loser. So I was just kind of a dork. And I was like, I'm sick of being a dork and I want to be tough. And I used to watch roller derby on ages ago when it was on TV. And I was like, that looks tough. I'm going to do that. And it really super boosted my confidence. So I kind of turned myself into like a self-esteem monster.
All right, so now you wear your geekness with pride. You wear it like a shield.
Do. Yep.
To quote Tyrion Lannister, wear it like armor, and they can never use it against you.
That's exactly
How's that
right.
for geekness?
Bam!
Right there. All right, a Game of Thrones reference. Game of Thrones reference right here.
Yeah, Game of Thrones. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So now you've been involved with the team for how many years? You say?
We're coming up. This will be my 4th year.
Okay, and how long has the team been around?
Since 2007.
Okay, so you guys have been for the Florida team since the rebirth of Derby. You guys are probably one of the first ones.
Yeah, we're up there. I know it kind of had a resurgence in 2002, 2003, just in Texas, but it didn't take that long to reach Florida. So, yeah, we started around 2007.
Okay, and how did you get recruited? Or did you just find it on your own? Because
no, actually, a year before I started going, I was downtown in our little area at the bars and stuff, and I'd been drinking, and I met this girl, and I was like, hey, I like your tattoos. I've got tattoos.
All the best stories start like that.
And so she was talking to me. She was like, hey, you would be perfect for roller derby. You should check us out. Here's all of our info. And I was like, sure. And then later that night, she mooned me, like, totally randomly, and I was like, yeah, I got to do this. This girl's awesome. If anyone's like her at all, it's going to be awesome.
Why are all these stories going that direction?
They do. They all involve somebody dropping trowel.
All of a sudden, I need the cooking spray and some alone time.
Yeah. Goodness gracious. All right. So, how was the drive down? You came up.
It was pretty good. I drive a Cadillac CTS, so it was like riding on a cloud.
Okay.
Now, I'm curious now. You said you're the president of the club.
Yes.
Okay, now, this sort of like some new questions arise, at least in my mind. What exactly does the role of president do? So explain to us what your role is in that governing body type sense.
So what we do, basically most teams are like an LLC or they're incorporated. So that's the business side. So we have a board of directors, president, vice president, treasurer, secretary, operations manager. We make all the big decisions. So anything from like, what teams are we going to play this year to, hey, some of our teammates don't like our rules. We need to amend them. How are we going to amend them? So big decisions like that. We also want to make sure that the league runs in a functional way. We want to make sure that no one's coming out of pocket to pay for a venue space. So we control like the money aspect of it as well.
So like now you're talking about like rule changes and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Now, like, is this inner league or is this like in the same league?
Yeah, so it's all the same league. And by rule changes, not like the game rule changes, but like, I know last year, for example, some people didn't like our attendance policy. We have an attendance policy in place in order to be rostered.
For the club.
Yeah, so
okay,
just
gotcha.
specific to us. Yeah.
Okay, I understand. So now, is that an elective process, or do you like volunteer for that?
It's elected, yeah. So what happens is people nominate you for a board position. You either accept it or deny it. I accepted mine. It was like in May, I think it was, of last year. And once you are nominated, they have an election. And then based on whoever wins the election, that's your board member.
Sort of like just normal presidency kind of
super
stuff.
simple. But there's we actually don't have term limits. So if people keep electing us over and over again, we stay.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So okay, so now you had mentioned a couple of the other positions. There's a vice president, secretary, treasurer.
Yep, operations manager as well.
All right. Now let me ask you something, because like there's a lot of things going on that you had just glossed over, and I'm sort of curious myself.
Yeah.
So like rink fees, like you guys obviously have to rent rinks and stuff like that.
Right.
Without getting into specifics, how much of your budget do you think that goes to like rink fees?
Well, our practice space is really chill. They're really nice, so they don't charge us any crazy fees. It's more of our game venue, because our game venue and our practice venue are not the same place.
Oh, okay. All right.
So our game venue, it's like 1/3 of like what we bring in on our game days. So it's a lot. It's a good chunk.
Gotcha. So now you guys drove down here. you guys staying any particular places? I know like a lot of times that the other team or sometimes will put up housing or whatever. Do you guys find a lot of that? Or are you guys able to get some hotels, or how does that work for you guys?
It really depends on like the team, like how well we know them. So like say if I was going to like Jacksonville, I have a really good friend in Jacksonville who's on the team, I would stay with her.
Gotcha.
But for the most part, like usually the other team extends like some kind of discount they've worked out with the hotel to us. I know there's one tonight. I don't remember the name of the hotel at this moment, but I know that there was a discount, because we're bringing a decent sized group. So usually it's the hosting team, and Vice Rollers were really super nice to reach out to us for a discount with the hotel.
I know that last month, whenever we were doing interviews and stuff like that, a lot of the things that kept coming up was the networking. That, no matter where you were at, you could, hey, call the local roller derby club and be like, hey, listen, I'm from wherever I'm from. Here's my situation, from everything from broken down cars and flat tires to I'm traveling across the country to go see my uncle who's in hospice, whatever, I'm making it up. So there's a lot of that apparently. So if you find that, obviously you have your friend in another city. So do you see a lot of that with your team as well?
Absolutely. Just this week on Thursday, we had a visiting skater from Wisconsin, and she had a place to stay and everything, but she was like, hey, can I come practice with you guys? And we were like, hell yeah, come on down.
Awesome.
And I know I actually used to live really close to Louisville, Kentucky. And every time I go back home, I'm like, hey, can I come hang out with you guys? Can I come to some games? They're like, yeah. And they gave me like a free sticker. So it's
free stickers. I'm into free stickers.
Oh yeah. I've got some with me actually. See me after the game.
Awesome.
But it's a huge network, and it's literally just opening the door saying, hey, I do roller derby, and they're like, well, shit, okay. Awesome.
Outstanding. I think George is going to be joining us here in just a second. George, do you have anything else?
No, but thank you for coming by. I appreciate
no
it.
problem.
Thank you so much.
Yes,
Awesome.
sorry, it smelled
Thanks.
bad.
No.
Derby smell. Thank you, guys.
It's all good.
So you asked her about the smell, huh?
No, I didn't ask her about the smell. She offered that on her own.
Okay.
I swear to God.
All right, you're listening to live pre-bout coverage of Miami's Vice City Rollers as they welcome the Roger Rollergirls to town. Now, coming up, we've got a couple of other folks that we're going to interview first, and then I'm bringing on Thomas Cole, who's going to be calling the action tonight. All right. Now, I know I've got you in my book here. Hold on a second. I recognize that face anywhere. I've got her somewhere. I know I do. Bam! See, right there. I've been cyber stalking you. All right, right into the mic right there. Don't be shy.
All
right, so this is Loch Nessa, number 1331. Big fan of the Foo Fighters.
Yeah.
Okay, so how did you get involved in derby?
I was actually at a dog park with a friend, and I met a girl that played roller derby, and she invited us to a practice, and we're like, hell yeah.
Okay, so you came out to the practice, you got bitten by the derby bug.
Yep.
So how many years you been doing it now?
It's my third year.
Okay,
Yep.
rock on. All right, you've only skated with the Molly Rogers?
Nope, I started out on the Space Coast Rocket Jockeys.
Okay.
That league's no more, but now I'm transferred over to the Mollies.
Okay, fantastic. So have you played Vice City before, or any of the skaters?
Yep, last year at the beginning of the season.
Okay, any bout memories?
Tallywagger is pretty rough.
Yeah, TallyGator?
TallyGator, I'm sorry.
That's it. Tallywagger is something completely different.
Here we go again. Why do we always circle back?
I don't know, Craig. It always goes to the gutter. It always goes to the gutter. That's it. He's given up. All right, so you've been involved for a number of years. What's your favorite thing about derby?
I love jamming. I love getting hit. I love hitting people. It's a lot of fun.
Okay.
I love the endurance, the exercise.
All right, besides TallyGator, any skaters on your team that we should be keeping an eye on tonight?
Probably Mason and Katie.
Mason and Katie. All right. Well, thank you for stopping by. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right. We're going to bring on Mr. Thomas Cole, who's going to be calling all the action tonight. So we got to find out. We're going to get this guy's bona fides here, Craig. Make sure he's qualified to do this.
If he's legit. Hey, listen, this isn't hell corporate, all right?
All right.
Put this down.
I'm on Mr. Thomas Cole, who's going to be calling all the action tonight. Now, Thomas, you've been involved with derby
what I'm
for
talking
a number. Feel free to take the microphone off and rock it however you like, my friend.
Thank you very much. Yeah, I've been with Derby for over 6 years. My wife started up in actually Allentown, Pennsylvania.
Because they're living there in Allentown. We got another Pennsylvania guy here.
Got a Pittsburgher right here, man.
There you go. Allentown, Pennsylvania. She started there. She got that league into the National Roller Derby Association. She since then skated for New Jersey, doing quite a few years in Asbury Park.
Okay.
Asbury Park Convention Center is actually where they were skating.
Bruce Springsteen's back.
That's right. That's where Bruce Springsteen starts all of his concert tours. His first concert for each tour will start there at the.
I think that's where you got to start with Asbury Park, wasn't it?
That is correct. That is correct.
All right.
Yeah.
So, and how did you get into calling games? I mean, just you got press ganged by the wife?
Pretty much. Actually,
Shot in the dark turns right.
Actually, I started doing the photography for the games. I did that for quite a few years, and then once it got larger, and then once each team gets more and more popular, more and more photographers seem to come out of the woodwork.
Right.
So I kind of took a back seat to that to allow more people to enjoy doing that, because it is a very fun thing to do, to grab those photographs, capture those moments, and share them with the girls. They always get so excited over those photographs.
Nice.
So since I decided to let go took up the announcing so that we can call the games. Unfortunately, a lot of people that see these games are seeing them for the first time.
Right.
And as they do, they really don't understand the game. And when they don't understand the game...
It is complicated. I think a 42-page rule book. It's something else. There's a lot going on there in that rule book with WIFTA. They're not fooling around.
No, they aren't. The Women's Flat Track Roller Derby Association does take the rules very seriously in trying to shape the sport. They take a lot of input from all the different teams and also from the fans, because they want to know what makes them excited to watch the game. So as I'm announcing, I try and explain what's going on in the game so that the viewers or listeners.
Well, we're going to have both.
We're going to have both.
We got both times, country and both. Western.
There we go.
Blues Brothers drop right
there.
There
we go.
How many miles to Chicago?
Oh,
110.
And we got a full tank of gas.
It's dark. We're wearing sunglasses. We got a half a pack of smokes, a full tank of gas. That's great.
And we're on a mission from God.
Mission from God. Okay.
There we go. So, just trying to enlighten the audience as far as, what's going on, so they can get into it and enjoy, and they can understand the strategy that's upset, and, why did they do that?
Okay. First of all, thank you for doing this for us tonight on 24/7. We rarely bring in outsiders. So you're stepping in some high cotton here. Rarely do we let somebody into the tribe, but I'm very happy that you're going to be with us this evening. You're going to be carrying the lion's share of it. I'll be telling folks what time and temperature and resetting the show. Pretty much useless. Tits on the board.
Number of in attendance.
Yeah, that sort of thing.
Bobblehead night.
Indeed, but I'm actually looking forward to studying at the foot of the master over here, of Mr. Thomas Cole. And learning how he does business, so that in the future,
well, I believe
maybe your old pal George West can step up. And
I was going to say, I believe the cooler showed up, so I'll make sure that we deliver the goods later on. So
indeed, we do.
We need lubrication later.
23 minutes away from the main bout. Miami's Vice City Rollers taking on the Roger Rollergirls right here on 27 Miami. You can spread the gospel of roller derby by tweeting #247 Miami or #Vice City versus Molly Roger. Or, get on Facebook. Tell your friends. Tune in. www.247miami.tv. You can catch all the action live right here. We're going to have play-by-play from Thomas Cole. We've got 3 cameras, a switcher. I got a whole crew out here from the Connecticut School of Broadcasting making this happen.
We got some wicked equipment back here, and we're going to be live on the radio as well. So make sure if you have the TuneIn radio app, make sure you check out the 24/7 Miami channel.
Yes, roller derby.
And then we're also being broadcast live via YouTube on the 24/7 Miami channel as well. So hit us up
I think we're also on the MiamiRollerDerby.com website as well.
Okay. So they're piggyback.
Everywhere you want to be, Craig Stan Cook.
We got links everywhere.
Links like sausages. They're laying all over.
Something like that.
Links like sausages.
Interwebs are like sausages.
All right. So let me check the clock here one more time. Yep. 22 short minutes on. We got the Misdemeanors of 54 Jacksonville, 193, just destroying Miami tonight.
Yeah, that is true. I mean, they are actually struggling there a little bit, but you got to remember, this is their first league-sanctioned bout.
That is true. This is the first time.
They are putting all their heart into it, and when you watch these jams, each jam, none of these players are giving up. They're all playing to the nines all the way through every jam.
Full tilt.
Full tilt. So it is a stretch, That's okay.
But this is roller derby. Everything
this is
could
roller
change.
derby. That's right. You can score 50
They were
points
behind.
in one jam.
They were behind in the last jam right up until the very end. They were able to pull it out, get in front. But here in the second half, it looks like Jacksonville's quickly come back and taking the lead in this game. We'll see what happens. All right, so let's break it down like a fraction for people. Like most sports, the purpose of roller derby is to use strategy, tactics, skills, and teamwork to score points and stop the opposing team from scoring. Duh. Teams play both defense and offensively at the same time, making the action lightning fast. So you got to pay attention. You got to keep an eye on the action and an ear on Thomas Cole as he breaks it down like a fraction for you. Each team has a jammer, a pivot, and a blocker. For those of you watching, the jammer is easy to identify. They're wearing a silk on their head that we call a panty.
A panty, that's
and
right.
And you'll see the big star on it. Now that's your
right.
jammer.
That's right.
Your pivot
has the stripe on the panty.
Has the stripe on the panty.
And then you have 3 other blockers for each team.
And then you have 3 other blockers not wearing
pants. Well, I can't say that.
Who knows?
Oh,
they're certainly not.
Why
wearing them
do
on
we
their head.
always have to go
We had
there?
to go there.
Okay, so a couple of fun roller derby facts. Sugar Ray Robinson, the boxing champion, had another champion in his family. His son, Ronnie Robinson, was the derby star in the late 1960s and early 70s, leading his team to a league title. The first 2 people inducted into the Roller Derby Hall of Fame were Johnny Roscoe and Josephine Ma Bogosh in 1952. The Roller Derby Hall of Fame closed its doors in 1973, but it has since reopened in 2004. Our third roller derby fun fact for you. Roller derby is one of only 4 major sports created in America. How about that?
I wonder what the other ones are.
That would be basketball, American football, and baseball. Originally, roller derby was a marathon sport, the goal being to complete 57,000 laps around the track.
Oh.
People had a lot of time.
On their hands.
Yeah, Grandma had a lot of time on her hands.
Well, they didn't have the internet.
That's true. They didn't have those.
And who was counting the laps? Who was sitting there counting? 1, 2,
Well,
3,
no, that's way too small. It would have been this big.
Oh.
57,000 had numbers all the way across.
Yeah, they would use abacus.
Click, 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 click.
Okay, the first threat to roller derby came with America's entrance into World War II, when more than half of its skaters enlisted in the armed forces. And then finally, our last little fun fact here. The team was originally considered the Yankees, or what team was originally considered the Yankees of roller derby? The Bay Area Bombers. The franchise became so popular that it had to split into 2. Another one, we got Vanessa Meyer, a.k.a. Lady Fiery Floss, an Australian derby girl, set a world record in 2010 for the fastest time to run through 10 locked and burning doors, 17.32 seconds. They are nuts in Australia.
Why is that a thing?
I don't know. Why
they have. There's enough stuff in Australia that'll kill you. Everything from the jellyfish to the spiders.
How many Fosters do you have to drink to come up with that?
Let's see how many doors we can run through, mate.
Crikey, mate. Let's set some doors on fire and have somebody roller skate through them.
I got to run through a door, mate. I got.
If you still don't get it, imagine a hockey game, but you just replace the ice with a roller rink. Swap out the baggy jerseys for fishnets and tank tops. Abandon ordinary names in favor of pseudonyms like Tanya Hyde and Demi Gore, TallyGator, Anger, Shakespeare, Divine Thrash. And what you have is a reasonable facsimile of what we call roller derby. The scoring is completely different. Both sports are rowdy, sometimes punctuated with fights between players, although I've never actually seen a fight between them.
No, a fight will get you ejected in this action game.
Unlike professional hockey players, the vast majority of roller derby participants are unpaid.
All of them are unpaid.
All of them.
All of them.
Most of them actually spend their own money on this sport, whether it be the
Actually,
purchase,
they do.
the purchase of their own equipment, paying monthly dues to their leagues. Teams usually practice several times a week. Well, then you got to pay to get into the roller rink.
That's
These
correct.
folks don't own their own rinks, that kind of thing.
Even these fine girls that came down here from Melbourne drove down here with their own cars, with their own gas. And if they're staying down here overnight, they're paying for their own hotel.
There's
room,
no
their own
team
food.
bus. There's no guy named Gravel Gus who drives them
There is
around.
not.
They're not going from town to town doing roller derby and solving crimes like Scooby Doo here.
That's
not what's going on. They have real regular jobs.
They did roller derby.
Real roller derby. I'm telling you. So I mean, in addition to all that other stuff, they do get hurt. So they're going to work injured, practicing injured, all for the love of this sport. And that's one of the reasons I think roller derby is it's a sport for folks who don't like sports.
It is.
I mean, we've got the Super Bowl tomorrow. right?
We do.
It's what, Hawks Pats, right? You're going Pats. You gotta.
It's Seahawks.
Seahawks. I'm with you on that one. Okay. And,
Ain't happening.
And I could care
the
less.
Pats cheated. You know
I
how
could-
they deflated the balls there. You remember that?
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, but which makes you more excited, fellas? Is it no, Craig, shut up. Is it going to be the is it tomorrow's Super Bowl? Because I got to tell you, I was more excited about coming. I could give a crap about the Super Bowl. It's
Actually, roller derby.
Yeah,
it's
derby. And this is what I'm. I couldn't wait to get down here. So
it's
a lot of
homegrown, all-American sport, and it's run by most of the teams are run by women, operated by women, played by women. It's tough. It's hard. Like you said, they pay for it out of their own pocket, and they pay for it out of their own blood.
Indeed, these are certainly alpha females. That's why you see so many parents of young girls getting their daughters involved in this sport because they want, at least, and I'm speaking for myself here. It was with my kid. I want her to get tough, and be an alpha female like these women. I mean, they're confident. They don't take crap from anybody.
We're getting a 15-minute warning.
Okay, we are 15 minutes to bout time. Are you ready, Thomas? I'm excited.
Yes, I am. I'm very ready and very excited, and this is going to be a great match. This is we've met these ladies last year. We did manage to win that game last year. I don't remember the score, but it's going to be a great match. I'm sure those girls did not spend their own money and come down here to lose.
To lose.
Exactly.
They're bringing it.
So we should see an exciting game.
And this is the first bout for both teams of the season.
It is.
And I think this is the first time they've actually officially met.
No. They played last year.
Was it? But was it a scrimmage or was it a bout?
Oh, that's correct.
Yeah,
Actually,
it's not a sanction.
It wasn't a sanctioned bout. Thank you.
So this one's for all the marbles. This is for real.
This is for real. This
Nice.
is for real because Miami wasn't a member of the Women's Flat Track Roller Derby Association last year. They just got inaugurated.
That's right. That's right. So this is the year it all kind of takes off for Vice City.
So this counts against the wins and loss for trying to get them into any kind of championship.
Fantastic. All right. So we're 14 minutes away here.
Counting down.
What's that? We are
counting down. I think we're going to take a 4-minute break right before we start. We got some technical things we need to swap around here.
Okay.
So
we got about 11 minutes.
Yeah, I'm going to jump off here in about 5 minutes. So.
All right. Well, let me let you know that roller skating first as a sport appeared in the 19th century after Americans discovered the sport of roller derby in Britain in 1881. That makes no kinds of sense to me whatsoever because roller derby, as far as I know it, is American.
That's right.
All right, so this must be just roller skating.
I think you got that one right
I
there.
think that's what it is. We're just going to pull this page right out of there. That's what we'll do.
How about this? The original roller derby was very much like a professional wrestling. It was actually a lot of it was staged. Everybody knew.
Everybody knew who was going to win.
And all the elbows you saw thrown and the fists you saw thrown, those were all pre-staged, just like wrestling. It's a lot harder than wrestling, I think, because you got to do wrestling moves on wheels.
Yes.
Which is a lot harder. Nowadays, none of this is pre-planned. These girls practice their hearts out. They have to pass tests to be qualified.
At the practice earlier this week, Disaster Chief was out here, didn't even put his skates on. Was out passing out tests and grading tests. And
not just written tests, but physical tests. They have to prove they know how to stop properly, fall properly, and that they have the physical endurance to actually skate in the game. They have to do their laps in 5 minutes. So 24 laps in 5 minutes.
I think we got the right guy.
Really?
Guy.
Really?
Dude, I am so stoked about you being here, Thomas. This is fantastic.
Love the sport.
I was scared to death because I just got involved like 4 months ago. When I signed my daughter up. And you know how it is when when you're involved with derby, you're going to get press ganged into helping out the team somehow.
That's right.
So being that my job is what my job is, this is what I brought to the table. So you started off your career as a referee, as a photographer. Have you ever reffed or anything like that? Have you ever thrown on skates?
I have not reffed. I would fall on my.
You never even tried?
No,
I tried.
How did it go?
Really well. I got called out. I do a local radio show here, and I had Shakespeare on, and we were actually talking about this bout. We were doing promotion for this bout.
Excellent.
And she called me out. She's like, you bring your daughter out and you always stand around and you help the team, and but you never put on skates. What are we going to do? So on the air, I'm like, it's never going to happen. Never going to happen. I'm not going to do it.
And you did it.
And so off the air, she called me chicken. I mean,
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, there we go.
So I was like, all right, fine. If you can get skates and pads and all that stuff, I'm not going to dip into my pocket. But if you can get all that stuff, I'll at least attempt it. So the next practice was on a Sunday. It's the next day. I show up and they're waiting.
Oh, they.
So they found out my shoe size for my wife. Had the
They
pads,
set you up.
the helmet.
The family
everything.
set you up.
The wife was in on it, and I got out here and I strapped on the skates and the pads and everything, and I did okay. You know, I fell down obviously, but I I stayed up more than I fell down. I had fun. I get to roller skate with my daughter and like hold hands with her and have that father daughter moment. Yeah, it was fantastic. Now since then.
Now imagine skating that now while you're having to watch the girls for any penalties and remember all those rules.
Yeah, it's the tough.
And then
gig.
being able to call those rules. Not only do you have to call them, but you have to be able to look the girls in the eye and say, "You did a penalty. Go to the box," and be able to withstand that glare. They're going to give.
They're going to give you the stink eye on that one.
They do. Some of them more than
the
others.
stink mouth.
Has
no, that's not allowed. Not allowed. You can't talk back to the refs.
So
That's
this is like
another
NBA.
penalty.
So this is NBA.
This
rules.
is NBA
Okay,
or
all right,
WNBA in this case.
All right. So I mean, they're not fooling around out here. This is for real.
I think I'm going to jump off right about now because in 5 minutes we're going to take a break. We're going to have bout action here in about 10 minutes or so. So
Okay.
I'm going to jump off.
Thank you, Craig.
Thank you, George.
Craig's
Thomas,
back
thank
there,
you very much.
Nice to meet you.
Appreciate
Sliding
it.
the pots and pressing the buttons and making it happen and
Thanks,
helping me
guys.
co-host in lieu of Wilma Shakespeare, who is getting ready for the action. So now it's just come down to you and I, Thomas.
Just you and me.
Okay.
I'm not going to start singing the song.
Okay. I appreciate that. I do. All right. If you're just joining us, you lucky devil, you're tuning in for live pre-bout coverage of Miami's Vice City Rollers as they welcome the Molly Roger Rollergirls to the Suniland Hockey Rink. Now, there's still a little time to get down here if you're local. We're located on the corner of Southwest 152nd Street and US 1 at the Palmetto Golf Course. Easy to find. You cannot miss us. Just listen for DJ Nancy Starr.
We do have food set up. We got a food truck here. We've got some snacks set up for the hygiene for the hopeful.
That's right. Yeah.
They are doing a charity there. So, and then of course you can get some Miami Vice City Roller Girls merchandise.
That's indeed true. And we also have there's a tattoo parlor that's out here promoting.
There is.
And a local artist is out here promoting. They always have the coolest stuff on the sidelines and whatnot at the bouts.
So something to eat, something to drink, cool merch, and then
roller derby action.
Roller derby action.
Man,
Girls
I
knocking
cannot
girls down.
On roller skates.
On
It
roller
does not get cooler than that. And you can, all you got to do, tweet, you twit, hashtag 24/7 Miami or hashtag Vice City versus Molly Rogers. Now, if you're listening to us on 247miami.tv, we thank you. And we want to let you know that we've got a lot of great programming here for you every Friday night at 10 o'clock. You like the metal? Thomas, you metalhead? You bang your head? Okay, well, there you go. There we go.
No, I'm afraid I'm not. A classic rock kind of guy.
Classic rock kind of guy.
Classic rock
All
kind
right.
of.
If you ever find yourself Friday night, 10 o'clock, and you're feeling like,
I want to bang my head.
I want to bang your head. I want to make the devil horns. I want to listen to some Dio, Metal and Mayhem.
Metal and Mayhem.
Yep. You got my show, the George West Show, which is a kind of my take on political news here in Florida, the nation, the world. I try to find funny stories and talk about them. We had a grandmother earlier this week, 83 years old, beat up her 87-year-old husband.
Holy.
Now, he's 6 foot something. She's not even, it's like 5'4", 88 pounds.
And she beat him up.
And she beat him up and put him in the hospital, and it wasn't her first time. That's the kind of grandmas we have here in Florida. That's the
right kind of grandma.
That's the kind of stories you're going to get on the George West Show.
That's the kind of grandmas you want to have as your grandma.
Indeed. That's every Saturday night, 8 o'clock. We've got Rink Rash Radio, which follows my show immediately. That's the official show of the Miami Vice City Rollers. It's by skaters for skaters, Saturday nights at 9 o'clock. Color y Sabor, which of course is in Espanol. That's Thursday nights at 6 p.m. The Dirty Laundry is on Friday nights at 8 p.m. We've got Roy O Show, very funny young man, Thursday at 7. And Capes and co-hosts every Tuesday at 9 p.m. I'm sorry I had my copy in the way of your camera shot. Like everybody's giving me the stink eye. 7 minutes to about time. 7 minutes to about time. So
we get a 5-minute break here. Am I understanding that correctly?
That is correct.
Mr.
So
Producer?
it's actually only 3 minutes.
No, he's saying no.
What's it now? We get the break. He's just messing with you. He's just messing with you.
He's having too much fun.
So we're about 5 minutes away from the Miami Vice City Rollers taking on the Molly Roger Roller Girls. We're going to shut down for a few minutes before so we can switch some cameras around, move some things around, and then I'm going to hand the mic over to Thomas Cole. He's going to
hopefully we'll both keep talking during this because too much of me droning on isn't good for anything.
I'm going to hand it over to you at the beginning. I'm going to walk away, take a little break, meet some people, but I'm going to come back, and I got your back.
All right.
I'm that kind of guy.
We got that.
I'm going to go back and get you. I'm going to take you to the chopper. We're going to get out.
All right.
We're
As
gonna
long
do-
as you don't leave me alone in this field, I'm good to
I
go.
will not leave you alone, sir. Not for very, very long. All right, so you're listening to live pre-bout coverage right here on 247miami.tv. We do this for every home game. Our next one's coming up on February the 21st. We're about 2 minutes away from shutting it down and getting ready for the main event here tonight. So last but certainly not least, before we sign off here, please get on Facebook, get on Twitter, Instagram, spread the gospel of roller derby. 247miami.tv, hashtag 247miami, hashtag Vice City versus Molly Rogers. Get the word out there. This is an amazing sport. It's up and coming. It's very grassroots, underground. Best kept secret that we've got going right now.
It is, unfortunately, a secret. These girls strive so hard to be who they are, and it shows. You want to make some new friends? You want to build a sistership with somebody? Come on out and meet these girls.
You want to get in shape?
And then knock them down.
You want to get in shape
You
and
want
have
to get
fun while you're doing it?
What? This is better than a gym.
And indeed it is. You got
Better than any gym membership.
It's so inclusive.
It
and
is.
It's so friendly.
They do endurance training.
Strength training.
Off skates training, which is skates training. And then they do this skates training, which is not just how to play the game, but how to protect yourself and be safe out there.
That's how they started them off. All the juniors. It all starts with how to fall.
How to fall.
So
How to fall small.
and not get hurt.
Got to fall small.
I like that. It rhymes. How to fall small. All right, you're listening to live pre-bout coverage right here on 247miami.tv. Our score right now is 87. We get the Little Misdemeanors at 87. Jacksonville at a devastating 251 points.
I have seen worse in the professional field.
That's this again, just to not poo-poo what just happened here, because this was
their
a shutout.
first sanctioned bout.
This is their first sanctioned bout.
First-sanctioned
And
bout.
these
So
kids did
everybody's
great.
learning lessons from the bench managers to girls.
Yeah, this is fantastic that these folks are out here. I mean, look how small these young kids are. The jammer that's out there right now, I swear to God, she must be 4 foot tall. She's cutting through the pack like a scalpel, or at least she's trying. She got knocked down, but she got right back up.
Yeah, and
she
the
just
other
broke through the pack.
There she goes.
She's got one
There
blocker
she
in front
goes.
of her, and she's going to get out in front of that one. And she
And
is
she makes
free.
it.
The
There
jammer
she
is
goes.
away. Looks like she's going to be our lead jammer.
Now
here.
becomes a foot race. It becomes a foot race. She doesn't want to let her pass her back up again. Then they goes through the pack again.
Whoa.
There she
Nice
goes.
stop.
Perfect stop. That again is taught. There we go.
All right.
Once she gets knocked down, the other girls try and get in front of her and block her. You notice one girl is getting backwards.
Yeah,
She's leading her blocker so that instead of having to look over their shoulder, she's leading that blocker to make sure that blocker knows where to go block them at.
All right, it's time for us to wrap up. You are listening to you have been listening to live pre-bout coverage right here on Miami's Vice City Rollers as they welcome the Molly Roger Roller Girls to the Suniland hockey rink. Still got a little time to get down here. We're located on US 1 and Southwest 152nd Street. Get in the car, head on down here for some awesome roller derby action. We're going to shut it down. I'm George West. I'm joined by Thomas Cole. When we come back, we're going live to Miami's Vice City Rollers and the Molly Roger Roller Girls right here at the Suniland hockey rink. Don't
See you soon.
go away.
I'd sell my soul for you, baby. For money to burn for you. I give you all, and I'm not me. Just have you here for me. Because within me now, she cries more. With a rebel, yeah. She cries more. Yeah. Within me now, she cries more. With a rebel, yeah. She cries more. Oh, yeah, baby. Yeah, she wants more. Oh, yeah, baby. Yeah, she wants
You're listening to live coverage of Miami's Vice City Rollers from Suniland Arena in South Miami, Florida. This is the 247miami.tv radio network.
them like they do in Texas plays. Fall them, let them hit me, raise it, baby, stay with me. Oh, luck and intuition, play the cards with space to start. And after she's been hooked up, play the one that's on her heart. I'll get her heart, show her what I've got. Yeah, I'll get her heart, show her what I've got. Can't read mine, oh, she can read my poker face. She's got a love nobody. Can't read mine, oh, she can read my poker face. She's got a love nobody. I wanna roll with her, a hot pair we will be. A little gambling and it's fun when you're with me. No Russian roulette, not the same way that a gun. And baby, when it's love, if it's not rough, it isn't fun. Look at her one, show her what I've got. Yeah, I'll get her on, I'll show her what I've got. Yeah, can't read mine, oh, she can read my poker face. She's got a love nobody. Can't read mine, oh, she can read my poker face. And she's got a love nobody. And I will tell you that I love you. Kiss or hug I won't tell you that I love you. Kiss or hug I won't tell you that I love you. Kiss or hug I won't tell you that I love you. But she's got a love no one. Can't read mine, oh, she can read my poker face. Can't read mine, oh, she can read my poker face. Can't read mine, oh, she can read my poker face. Can't read mine, oh, she can read my poker face. But she's got no love nobody.
24/7 Miami.tv.
Today, I got me a pocket full of change. Instead of just shopping today, I got me a pocket full of change. If you believe like working hard all day, just step in my shoes and take my pay. I was born my papa's son. When I hit the ground, I was on the run. I had one right hand and the other behind. You can have yours, just give me mine. When the hound got barking in the black of the night, stick my hand in my pocket, everything's alright. Just got paid today. I got me a pocket full of change. Yes, I do. I said, black sheep, black, do you got some wool? I said, yes, I do, man, my bag is full. If the move on, we already know the rest, but it's way ahead of what's I guess.
I want to suck your blood. You're listening to 247miami.tv.
I hear the drums echoing tonight. She hears only whispers of some quiet conversation. She's coming in 12:30 flight. The rooming wings reflect the stars that guide me towards salvation. I stopped an old man along the way, hoping to find some old forgotten words or ancient melodies. He turned to me as if to say, hurry boy, it's waiting there for you. It's gonna take a lot to drag me away from you. There's nothing that 100 men no more could ever do. I bless the rain down in Africa. Gonna take some time to tell everything we ever had. The wild dogs cry out in the night as they grow restless, longing for some solitary company. I know that I must do what's right, as sure as Kilimanjaro rises like Olympus above the Serengeti. Will I seek to cure what's deep inside, frightened of this thing that I've become? It's gonna take a lot to drag me away from you. There's nothing that 100 men no more can ever do. I miss the rain down in Africa. It's gonna take some time to tell everything we ever had. Hurry, boy, she's waiting there for you. It's gonna take a lot to drag me away from you. There's nothing that 100 can ever do. I miss the rain down in Africa. I miss the rain down in Africa. I miss the rain down in Africa.
You're listening to live coverage of Miami's Vice City Rollers roller derby team. First bout of the season, 2015. Live from Suniland Arena, Miami, Florida. This is the 247miami.tv radio network.
A company always on the run, a destiny, oh, it's the rising sun. I was born a shotgun in my hands. Behind the gun, I'll make my final stand. Yeah, and that's why they call me Bad Company. I can't deny. Bad Company. Till the day I die. Until the day I die. Until the day I die. Rebel souls, deserters we've been called. Chose a gun and threw away the sun. Now these towns, well, they all know our name. The death punch sound is our claim to fame. That's why they call me Bad Company. I can't deny. Bad Company till the day I die. Until the day I die. Until the day I die. Until the day I die.